Alright everyone, today we're going to play Breloom in Pokemon Emerald. Oh my gosh, stumbling over that. Yeah, I'm excited to retry this one because it is a Pokemon that I felt like I did really badly with the first time I played it in Emerald version. And I think I can improve its results significantly today. So let's look at where it is in the tier list as things stand currently. So, we added a new thing to the tier list software fairly recently. You might have seen it in a former stream. I'm not sure, I don't remember, but we can now select the Pokemon and it will show us the results that they got previously. So Breloom got a time of 2 hours, 21 minutes and 36 seconds. Game time of 7 hours and 36 minutes. It finished the game at level 73 and it had 40 blackouts, or 40 resets, which is honestly a lot. Hopefully we can get that number down today, but hopefully, we'll see. Yeah, so like some comparable Pokemon in a similar tier is like Salamence. It had 2 hour and 29 minute time. Roselia had a 2 hour and 17 minute time. Vigoroth, 2 hour and 16 minute time. These are all kind of clustered around Breloom's results. Now, if you think it has Spore, it does not have Spore, and I think that's one of the main things that holds it back. If it evolved from Shroomish, then it would have Spore, and that would change a lot about this playthrough, but unfortunately it doesn't. Okay, so let's go through everything that makes Breloom a Pokemon. Its base stats: 60 HP, 130 attack, 80 defense, 70 speed, 60 special attack, and special defense. It has a fluctuating growth rate. I think an adamant nature makes the most sense for it, but I could see a naughty nature boosting its attack and lowering its special defense. Don't want to lower its physical defense for some reasons that we will talk about soon. For movepool, it starts with Absorb, Tackle, Stun Spore, and Leech Seed, and then through level up it gets Stun Spore, Leech Seed, Mega Drain, Headbutt, Mach Punch, Counter, Sky Uppercut, Mind Reader, and Dynamic Punch. Of course, we don't want to miss, so we're not going to use the last of these moves. Sky Uppercut is okay. 90% accuracy is just kind of annoying. Mach Punch early on at 23 is good, and Headbutt at 22 is quite good. Before that, we have to rely on mostly Tackle, because we have way more physical attack when compared with special attack. Through TM and HM, it gets things like Bullet Seed, which are kind of useful against Roxanne. It also gets Hidden Power. Today, in the first playthrough, which is pre-recorded, I'm going to be running Hidden Power Ghost. And yeah, then we get other things like Giga Drain and Solar Beam, Iron Tail. Not really that useful. Sludge Bomb is, a lot of grass types get it in Generation 3, but it's just not very good offensively. Like, if you really want to take out the Ludicolo in one hit and make sure that you can do that, and you can't with another move, like a normal type move, then it can fill that niche, but generally I just don't think it's a particularly good move to teach with TM. Plus you have to go back to Dewford Town after defeating Norman, I think, to pick it up, which is just kind of out of the way. The move, though, that I really want to draw your attention to that's very important through TM is Brick Break. This is TM 31. We get it when we're in Sutopolis City, so it's going to be near the end of the game, but it has 100% accuracy in its fighting, plus physical, and it destroys screens, which can be useful against Steven. Yeah. And yeah, the most important TM of them all, which I haven't mentioned yet, is Bulk Up. Bulk Up is like the best move in Generation 3. I think it is better than Calm Mind. Not by much, but it is better. Bulk Up is better for two reasons. Number one, you get it when you defeat the second gym leader, and number two, it raises your defense stat, which is the critical stat to be raising to fight Steven Stone. If Wallace was the last trainer, Calm Mind would probably be still worse than Bulk Up since you get Bulk Up so early on, but Calm Mind would be a lot closer in the ranking of the two moves. I just think that Bulk Up is genuinely the best move. Whenever I see an Emerald Pokemon that has access to Bulk Up, I'm like, this thing is going to be ridiculously strong. Okay. Alright, so the first playthrough today I played yesterday in the afternoon. It was the first playthrough that I played of the day. Hopefully everything is going to work. I was having some software problems yesterday. It's rare that it's one of my streams that we don't have some software problems, so hopefully everything works and we get through this with no major stumbles. Oh, the timer didn't start. Don't know why the timer didn't start. We'll have to start that movie again. Apologies. I don't know why. Sometimes it doesn't work. It just decides to sit there and do nothing. And then other times it's like, yeah, it's just not starting today. Come on. We believe in you. You can do it. Apparently it can't. 1 second. We were having technical difficulties. As always. The weird thing is, like, I sit down to record these videos, and then there are no problems at all, and then I, like, come to do a stream and just nothing works. There we go, we got it working. Just had to refresh, apparently. Okay. Don't see a lot of room for creativity in the moveset, just bulk up, brick break, hidden power, ghost. I guess substitute or rest at some point. Yeah, Redriosi, you're right. There isn't a ton of room for creativity here. The thing that I think I got seduced into in my first playthrough is the fact that grass is special and fighting is physical, and that I'm like, well, I need to like use some grass moves occasionally. Like I should probably keep a grass move around for coverage and then use fighting. No, this is just the wrong approach to Breloom. The way to play this Pokemon is definitely just to lean into only physical and avoid special at all costs. And Roxanne isn't scary enough at the beginning of the game to invest in special attack beyond that. So I think an adamant nature is the correct play here so that I can preserve my special defense to just like... You'll see why special defense is important as we go through this playthrough and get into the later stages of it. But for now, special defense is not that important. Special attack is also not that important. Plus for Roxanne, you can use Absorb to heal health, so if she does damage to you, you can just heal back a little bit. I was considering using Leech Seed on her Nose Pass, because it usually takes some time to knock out, but I got lucky with Bullet Seed in this playthrough, as you'll see. Okay, so Austin mentioned it in the chat, but fluctuating growth rate. This one is weird. There are... I want to make like a tier list for growth rates at some point, so that I can show them in every video. Maybe we should do that on this stream or something. I'm not really set up for it, but... it might be fun to bring up the tier list builder and just build one. The growth rates, the way it goes is fluctuating and erratic growth rates are both highly contextual. So it seems like they can both be the best, but they can also both be really bad. It depends on what moves and typing and weaknesses and stuff like that your Pokemon has. It's highly dependent on the Pokemon. For example, if you have an erratic growth rate in your Ninjask, it is so painful because erratic growth rate takes the most experience to level up at low levels. Once it gets to high levels, it takes the least experience to level up out of every growth rate. So for an erratic growth rate Pokemon, you want something that just crushes Roxanne, Brawly, and Wattson. And then it can struggle as it gets later into the game. But for a fluctuating growth rate, it's the opposite. Fluctuating growth rate levels up extremely quickly in the early game. As you can see, my Breloom is already level 8. It levels up extremely quickly and then slows down, taking the most experience out of every growth rate to reach level 100. So for fluctuating growth rate Pokemon, you really want to avoid late game training. So you don't want to be struggling against trainers like Wallace, Steven, Drake, people like that. At the very end of the game, it's gonna be absolutely brutal if you struggle against them. Yeah, erratic is 600k experience for level 100, that's correct. And medium fast is 1 million, just a nice round number, I believe. And fluctuating is 1.6 million, yeah. So, with this, we have huge early game advantage with Breloom. But in the late game, it's going to start struggling a little bit more. Grass Pokemon tend to be extremely bad against Steven Stone, but fighting type Pokemon are really good against Steven Stone. I have said before, and I'm on record saying that fighting type is the best type for a solo run in Generation 3. I still believe that, but if I had to rank in Emerald version what the worst type would be, Grass would be somewhere close to top of that list. Maybe Bug. Bug is not very good, but I think Grass is also just not very good. Imagine just going plus special defense with nature. Yeah. Yeah. Never plus special defense. I think that right now, to me, it seems like first you want to lower one of the offensive stats if you can, or the speed. That's like, you want to lower either offensive stat or speed. And then after that, you want to lower special defense. And then if nothing else works, consider lowering the defense if you don't struggle against Steve and Stone or running a neutral nature. I think Bug gets good once you get to like Generation 5. Quiver Dance is quite good. I haven't released a Bug playthrough of Platinum yet, but there's one coming up in the near future. And we can get a sense of how that typing fares in Generation 4. Yeah, I don't know why Breloom doesn't... If Breloom got Spore, this would all be so much different. Like, you just keep Spore, maybe have Brick Break and, like, Hidden Power Ghost, and then you just keep Bulk Up and you're done. But no Spore, unfortunately. Okay, so Bullet Seed in the place of Stun Spore, and then I'm going to take on Roxanne after giving an Oranberry. You'll notice I did do some training in the early game. I just didn't want to struggle here against the Nose Pass. And since I'm leveling up so quickly, I figured like fighting trainers makes sense. That as long as we prevent some resets in the first like 4 or 5 gym leaders, then I should be on track for a really solid finish at the end of the game. And I don't want to use my rare candies early on. I want to use them like as late into the playthrough as possible. Like if I can use them before or after Wallace, that would be ideal. Okay. How good is flying in Hoenn? I don't know. I haven't like I don't think I've played any like Pokemon that I consider like to be like Salamence is like not really a flying type. Like I think of it more of as a dragon type. It does have the flying typing, but in general what I'm finding with like flying types don't get good setup moves. Altaria, I think of it more as a dragon, but like yeah. Like, the problem with flying types, they don't get good setup moves. They get agility. It's like, agility is one of the worst setup moves for a solo challenge. Like, in Generation 1, it's good because you can counter out the paralysis speed debuff, which does not go away if you heal paralysis with rest. And you can also use it to trigger the badge boost. So in Generation 1, agility is actually useful because it fills those 2 niches. But in this generation, agility is just, like, not very good. All the Pokemon that get it are already fast. In general, in Emerald, all the enemy Pokemon are very slow, with the Claydol on Steven's team being the fastest enemy Pokemon in the game with 140 speed. Once you move first against it, you move first against everything else, and then you don't need speed anymore, so agility just kind of is a trash move. Probably the worst setup move in Generation 3. I don't know, maybe like Harden and Defense. Harden and Defense Curl are actually quite good. They're really bad in Generation 1, but in this game they're good because you can use them against Steven to stall out the Skarmory at the beginning of the fight, so that you take less damage throughout the rest of the battle. Is a Brave Nature worth it for Breloom? Well, we'll see as we get through this first playthrough. It might be. If I switch over to its base stats... So its base stats, 70 speed. 70 speed is definitely in the range where it would make sense to run a Brave Nature. What I've been finding is somewhere between 50 and 55 speed, you probably don't want to lower your speed stat. You'll just be able to outspeed like Wallace's team and that kind of thing. If you get above 55 speed into the like 60-65 range, then you can start considering a speed lowering nature. And then above that, like 70, 75 plus, you probably want to run a speed lowering nature. There are some exceptions to that. I don't have time to go through like every single one of them because we only have as much time as this playthrough and the next playthrough, but I'm thinking like the disadvantage to running a speed lowering nature when you're like 75 speed is that you take like 4 times damage from Crobat or something like that. Like you're a Parasect or something. Like Parasect doesn't have that much speed, but like if you were like, you're going to take 4 times damage from Crobat's flying type moves, which is the case here. So we do need to be careful against that with because it has wing attack. And Crobat's very fast. Also, that was just a mistake against Mr. Briny. Oops. Yeah, it does depend on your level up group too. But the data that I'm basing that on is primarily the Reggie playthrough that I did. The Reggies, they're slow growth rate Pokemon, so they level up quite slowly to the late game. And they all have like 50 speed, I think. And I had to run speed raising nature on Reggie Rock, I think it was, to have or speed neutral nature on Reggie Rock. I ran Brave first. And then I could not outspeed Wallace's Pokemon at a decent level, and that really held it back. in my first playthrough with it. I did not do well. So, those are, like, Pokemon that have low speed would benefit from having agility. But it seems like design-wise, Game Freak wants agility to be given to fast Pokemon, like Aerodactyl. It's like, why Aerodactyl? Like, I just did, played Fire Red with Aerodactyl and did the voiceover for that last week. It's coming out in October. Sorry, it's going to be a bit. But, like, Aerodactyl gets agility. Why? It's so fast already. It doesn't need it. Give it to, like, Slowpoke or something. That would be great. Yeah, they need Rock Polish. That's true. Yeah. See, there's a thematic way to give a speed-raising move to a Rock Pokemon. Okay, I found this trainer. I didn't actually realize Black Belt Christian was actually in this gym. I thought there were only like 4 trainers or 5 trainers, but he's here. How many other? 1 by the door, then there's 2 over there, 1 over there, 1 over there. I guess there's 6 trainers here. Again, I'm fighting a few extra people. I want to be able to fight Brawly right away, and I don't want to be at a super low level. I also use my Oran Berries to heal. Generally, they're not that useful. You'll notice throughout this playthrough, there's a lot of items that I pick up and that I don't ever use. Specifically some PP ups and like ethers and stuff like that. This is something I'm trying to clean up in my Emerald play right now, picking up less items that are not relevant to the playthrough. Okay, so let's talk about Brawly. Machop, he's annoying because he can set up bulk up and like resist or gain defense against the tackle. The Meditite though is just frustrating because it takes a long time. I can't do very much damage to it, but I want to ensure that I hit it every time. I don't want to run out of Mega Drains. I'd rather use them on the Makuhita once it starts dealing damage. So I'm kind of locked into Bullet Seed here, just doing chip damage every turn so it doesn't hit with Focus Punch. Overall, it's just a slow battle because he uses his super potions, but there is an advantage to that. Then he's not going to be able to use them on the Makuhita, which is far more terrifying, as you'll see in a second. Okay, finally, I think Meditite's going to go down. Yep, there we go. Meditite's gone. Level 18, then Makuhita. Light screen wears off, perfect timing. Can use Mega Drain on the Makuhita. I get a critical hit there, which I think is... it didn't matter, but it could have mattered. The Makuhita does decent damage to Breloom. Okay, so that's Brawly. And now we have the Bulk Up TM. So I'm going to teach her right away. That's another mistake that I've made in the past with fighting types where, like Medicham, for example, which I ran, I think last week. Yeah, last week we did Medicham. I'm actually sick today. I woke up sick yesterday, so if I seem a little bit like my voice doesn't seem quite right or something like that, it's probably because I'm sick. But yeah, I ran Medicham last week. One problem I did with its first playthrough was not teaching Bulk Up right away. I kept Meditate for the longest time, but if you have a fighting type, you're basically going to run Bulk Up until the very end of the game. You're never going to delete it. It's the best move in the game. Just like add it to your set right away and just never touch it. It's simple. Showblet, other YouTubers. I'm not sure what channel my direction could go. I think it's opposite there. I'm not sure what direction my channel could go in the next year, Scott. I have the next 50 years of content planned. I hope that I don't have the next 50 years of content planned. I would like to finish these games in the current the format before I get to like being 60 years old. Like honestly, if I could beat all these games with every species before I'm 40, I would be pretty happy. That seems both realistic, doable, but also challenging. Like I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I have like 8 years. So 8 years is like, that's a decent amount of time, but I need to move faster if I want to beat all the games with every species. I've been thinking about this a lot recently, and I wanted to spend some time talking about it today, so I'll just give a little bit of context for what I'm doing in the game, then we'll talk about some of the creative choices I'm making behind the scenes with the channel right now. And Mad Matt, my voice is doing okay. It really is how I use my voice, and I just need to be more relaxed when I'm talking, that sort of thing. So, Breloom right now, I need to make sure that I'm going to have Mach Punch for Wattson. I need a fighting type move so that I can one-shot the Magneton. I don't want to two-hit it. I also want Headbutt for the rival. so that I can get by his combustion with decent ease and not have to set up bulk up like a million times. So I'm going to do some extra training here. Also, with a fluctuating growth rate, I know late into the game, training is going to be absolutely painful. So it makes more sense at this point in the game to do a little bit of extra time, like grabbing this rare candy, which I have talked about as being quite inefficient in the past. But I think in this case, I'm gaining both experience by fighting these trainers and getting a rare candy for the late game, so I think it is the right choice for Breloom. Can't wait until I'm in the retirement home watching Scott play Pokemon Scarlet with only Fuecoco. Yeah, right? Scott, do you have a plan for when your programming is done and you'll almost only do videos? No. No. No, there doesn't seem to be an end to what I can do programmatically. It's like... It's very much just like, there are like, the programming and what I can show visually on the screen is limitless. Like, it truly is. I could make one video a month and do far more programmatically on the channel than I do currently. Right now, it's just like, I have to balance like both the business needs of the channel, like what I need to do to keep it running, with the creative needs, and then also with the like competitive needs. There are 3 needs as I see them, or 4 maybe. There's like business needs, there's creative needs, there's, oh gosh, I'm forgetting everything now. My brain just turned off. Also, Headbutt's fine here. We just easily beat the rival. But there's business needs, creative needs, then there's definitely like, oh my gosh, every time I get right about to say it, then it just like deletes from my brain. Anyways. Oh yeah, competitive needs. I think those are the main 3. It's like how do I want to be creative? What's like the way that it feels best for me to create stuff? What is there like business wise, like how do I just keep being creative? Because if you've ever been an actual creative person, you will realize that if you're not able to pay your bills, your creativity starts to suffer. At least that's been my experience with it, is like, it's really hard to do something creatively when you're just panicking that you can't like pay your cell phone bill and like buy food at the grocery store. So you gotta like make sure that that stuff's taken care of. So like the business needs have to get balanced with the creative needs. And then the competitive needs are like I need to like, I want to finish these games and see how all the results stack up. That is like a genuine curiosity that I have. And I'm not going to be able to do that if I move too slowly. So, luckily for me, the competitive needs and the business needs are kind of in line with each other there, because if I release more content, then the business is like, yay, and then if I release more content, I'm like, I'm getting towards that the competitive goal of like finishing all of this as a project and looking at the results. Just like sometimes the creative needs come in and they tell those other 2 things, like, hey, you need to slow down because the videos aren't good enough. And then I'm like, okay, so... That's the tension that I experience between these things right now. But I am trying to find a way to, like, balance all of the things. Okay, let's talk about Wattson. This one is, like... This one's fairly straightforward. I was really hoping that I would one-shot the Voltorb, but I'm just barely not getting it, so I get hit by a self-destruct. Luckily, the Electric likes to match your setup using Howl, so I can just kind of sit here, set up a bunch of bulk ups, and then continue with the battle. Mach Punch has priority. It does make contact, I believe, so I could get static from the Electric, but since it has priority, it doesn't matter that my speed is lower than the Manectric, I can just one-shot it, so that's that. And there we did see that it makes contact, so I got paralyzed right at the end. Overall, though, that's that. Wattson, not hard. This is such a comfy Wattson battle. It is, yes. Which is weird, because Wattson is usually one of the hardest gym leaders. I think he is the most difficult gym leader in Emerald. But as a fighting grass type, like, we have everything we need. We have resistance to his electric moves, and we also have super effective damage and fighting type damage. And we get bulk up so we can set up. So that's like everything you need to cover Wattson. Give it a Cherry Berry, win. As you can see, I didn't do much training in that section of the game, although I think I could have. We'll reflect on that as I go into my second run today. Getting better at dodging these trainers. Yeah. Another thing, like, okay, here's another thing, like, there's like maybe the 4th need is like enjoyability need. Like, I need to enjoy the work that I do. And I want, like, I think that I'll make bad videos for all of you and bad streams and stuff like that if I'm just frustrated and, like, not enjoying what I'm doing. So there has to be some way also to balance all these things so that I enjoy what I'm doing and I'm not just, like, only prioritizing, like, the competitive side of it and just grinding out one video a day. Or, like, only prioritizing the business side of it and, like, doing only streams. Because that, by the way, that is the correct business choice. It's just never make a produced video ever again. So, like, if I get, like, there has to be some level of enjoyment, and making the produced videos is something that I enjoy I feel fulfilled when I upload a produced video. It's like, yes, it's high quality, I feel good about it. Also, part of the enjoyment thing is, like, starting new games and learning new things about the Pokemon main series games. So, if I want to add new games to the channel, and I'm typically adding them one every year, either all of my results, like my progress towards my goals, is just going to continue to slow down as I add things to the channel, or I have to speed up the rate at which I'm able to complete Pokemon. There's only one of those options. Or I guess 3 options. Never play a new game, sacrifice enjoyment, speed up the rate at which I release videos, or slow down the rate and compromise the finishing of series. The last one, slowing down, feels unacceptable. Can't wait for the Sceptile re-ranking just for it to be the worst of the 3 starters. Yeah, right. Yeah, I've played every main series Pokemon game. I own them all as well. I have a giant collection. I have, like, multiple copies of every game. I went on a massive, like, Kijiji buying spree and literally bought out the entire supply of Pokemon games in my city one summer. I was just like, I am gonna find every Pokemon game so that I never have to worry about deleting a save file. You speak the truth, Scott. What was it you said to me before? Content production and creative freedom are like oil and water. Yeah, it does feel like that. Scott has a coffee for every Solomon. Exactly. Okay, let's talk about Maxie. Maxie is, items here, I'm trying to decide which item to give Breloom for this fight. The Silk Scarf ends up being the best choice. Sometimes Personberry, in case the Zubat's going to confuse you. The Mightyena does not know Swagger at this point, so it does not make sense to use a Personberry if you're thinking to play around that. The thing the Mightyena is more likely to do is Sand Attack, but you can't get Substitute or Protect to block it, so I just have to Mach Punch. Luckily it does not Sand Attack me. Then I decide to Bulk Up, and then it Sand Attacks me, so, like, thanks, Maxie. Really, really annoying. And then here, we are going to Headbutt, and we'll just win now. The Camerupt only knows Ember. It does do 4 times damage, or 2 times damage, sorry, but it does not use it. Just goes for hilariously Magnitude. Okay. Ektar asked, speaking of creative needs, any news about Infested Terrans? No news, unfortunately. It's filmed, it's... yeah, I need to get to it. There is a lot that I am, like, I need more time. I really need more time. Like, one thing that I'm bad at doing is delegating. It might not seem like that since I have, like, to talk about a bunch of people who help me doing stuff, but I'll talk about why delegating is hard after we get through Flannery. So, Numel is typically a really bad Pokemon. You can usually set up here with Bulk Up and then just sweep her team. I figured 1 turn of setup would be good enough. My attack stat is 156. But no, the Camerupt survives and one-shots Breloom, giving me my first reset. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that. I thought that Overheat would do a lot of damage, but not enough to one-shot. I am only level 28, which is not that high of a level for this point. So I figured if I come into the battle I set up twice, then I'll probably one-shot everything. The logical flaw here is the Torkoal is just going to one-shot me now, and that's what happens. So I need either more setup, or I need to get lucky with it missing overheat or me getting a flinch with headbutt. I try, like, I'm going to try a whole bunch of different strategies here, like different levels of bulk up setup, trying to go for the flinch with headbutt, using Mega Drain to try and gain back health from the Nummel since it's neutral. In the end, it's like, I think I even walked back to Fall Arbor Town and pick up the return TM to try and use that for slightly more damage after 2 turns of setup. In the end, what it does come down to is I need a miss here or I need a flinch, and I can't see a way around it without those things. Just bulk up a bunch and head out. Yeah, the problem is that the Nummel does too much damage with overheat. So it's like, if it uses takedown turn 1 and then overheat turn 2, you usually faint. That does not put me in a good position then to set up bulk up twice. Because now it's more likely, and like twice does not knock out the what's it called? The Torkoal. So you need to flinch the Torkoal, which is so frustrating. And the Torkoal's the last Pokemon that comes in, so you have to wait all the way to the end of the fight to roll the dice. Headbutt is more expected damage than return anyway. Well, return does more raw damage because the effective power is higher. Yeah, but like averaging things is never a good way to think about it because the number of turns it takes to do the thing is very important. I understand what you're saying though, because like you flinch and then you have a chance to attack again, so then like that's kind of like attacking twice for 140 effective power, so then you can average that in. 30% of the time it has 140, other times it has 70 power, but it doesn't, like, my idea is like if you get return, you have slightly more power, level up a little bit more, maybe go over a damage rending threshold, then return will have even more power. Then maybe if I set up 2 times with bulk up or 3 times with bulk up, I can get the one shot on the Torkoal. But we're gonna look at all these damage ranges and stuff in the future when we come back to do this fight. This one is the one I'm least satisfied with in the playthrough. It feels like there's like I just like headbutt is good, and relying on a 30% chance flinch just feels awful. And like, so I'm wondering if before this section of the game, like with Wattson and stuff, I should be doing more training to get to like level 30 maybe, or 33 before Flannery, so that I have more consistent path to defeat her. It would be really nice to bulk up once, sweep her team, rely on headbutt for Torkoal. I think that would be like the ideal play. Would Mimic Magnitude be better in terms of odds? Oh, that's a really... I didn't think about that one. Because there's the Mimic tutor in Lava Ridge Town, so I could teach Mimic and then steal Magnitude. That does mean the enemy has to use Magnitude against me. But the Nummel does it sometimes. Like there. So then I could go Mimic Magnitude. Hopefully I survive the overheat. See there? I don't survive the overheat. That's the really frustrating thing. If the Nummel did less damage, this would be so much easier. Because it would be a lot more consistent getting to +3 and making the whole battle much easier. Hidden Power Ground is possible, but that's going to complicate Tate and Liza later on. Ha! Plus Special Defense Nature, yeah. We could run plus Special Defense and then try and survive the overheat. I don't think that's the right choice, though. So at this point, I was getting pretty frustrated. It just doesn't feel good losing like this. Because right now, it just like, essentially what it feels like is like, okay, if Nummel goes for Sunny Day followed by Overheat, by the way, it's always going to go for Overheat after it sets up Sunny Day, so you just lose if it does that. If it hits with an Overheat and doesn't set up the Sun, it could crate you. I think it also sometimes does enough to be lethal. If the Torkoal doesn't miss, you're going to lose. If you can't get set up, you're gonna lose because you, like I tried, it doesn't make sense to just knock out the Nummel and then move on to the Slugma, because the same thing can pan out against it. And she sends in Camera up second anyways, which has like tons of damage against you, and you're not able to one-shot it if you haven't gone up to +2. So it's just like, there's like so much here that's very frustrating. Yeah, Hidden Power Ghost is really good with fighting, because Ghost and Fighting together give neutral coverage against every type in the game prior to generation, I believe 8. It's when the normal Ghost type Zoroark was introduced. Now they can't hit those two typings together. But before that, they got neutral coverage against everything. So Hidden Power Ghost, it covers Tate and Liza, but it also gives you that neutral coverage, and it gives you a move to use against Phoebe during the Elite Four. So I win. We skipped over the win there with Flannery, but it was basically just luck. We just wait for the flinch, we wait for the miss. When it happens, Breloom wins. 10 resets. Really frustrating. Yeah. Yeah, no Rock Tomb, unfortunately. Rock Tomb would be nice too. Is it worth Blackout training on Flannery? Yeah, I did think about that. I didn't do it in this run, but it might be worth it. The problem is her gym takes a decent amount of time to navigate in the overworld. Some gyms are a little bit easier to get in and just fight the trainers, or just like walk through the gym, like Roxanne's gym, for example. Like, it's so simple to just get back to her. But with like Winona's gym, Juan's gym, Flannery's gym, they take a while to navigate. Tate and Liza's even more. It's so hard to like get through them that I think I might bleed more time that way than just fighting trainers earlier into the playthrough. I'm not sure. Yeah, if you're losing to the Nummel, Blackouts will come without experience as well, which is frustrating. Deposit my HM users there because I want to skip the PC. Now, skip the double battle on the bridge. Yeah, I agree. Like, waiting for the 30% chance waiting for the 30% chance to flinch at 28 seems the fastest. Smash math. Yeah, I agree. It does give me Quillfish flashbacks though. It's like every time I think about using Headbutt to solve a trainer, I'm just like, nope, Quillfish, it was awful. No, this time the odds were not worse. I guess like worse odds to pull it off, yeah. Because you can lose to the Nummel, but it didn't take me as long this time to get by the Torkoal as it did with the Espeon. So we might solve Flannery with Hidden Power Ground. Maybe we will consider the idea of Mimic. Maybe we will consider... Because like I could get rid of Headbutt, or I could just not teach Return and then have a move slot, so then we can put Mimic there for that battle. And then if the Nummel does go for Magnitude, I can just steal it and then use that against the Torkoal and hope for a higher damage on Magnitude. We just have to test how much damage the lower ranges of Magnitude do with like 1 and 2 turns of setup, because it might still do a lot. Yeah, I don't think using Stun Spore is the correct choice. Okay, so here against Norman's easy. We have Mach Punch, we have Bulk Up. Like, I think the Spinda got me right at the beginning of the battle, so I wasn't able to set up Bulk Up as much as I wanted. I wanted to just be able to one-shot the Slacking without having to set up against it on turn 1, but when you get Teeter Danced, you just have to keep playing. I don't like to get confused against the Spinda. Okay, let's gonna talk about something. Oh yeah, how I need more time. Like, really, it's like we're coming down to a time thing with like I'm going to make a channel where I talk about StarCraft, and I really want to do that because I love those games, and having some more time to do some challenges over there is just going to be fun, and that will increase my enjoyment of making videos. The issue is that I don't have time. If I want to pull off all the goals that I have for this channel, I need that time right now to be spent here. So it's really I have to decide on what I'm doing. A little bit of indecision there, deciding if I should go for the boat candy or not. I decided against it. Yeah, so I have to decide where I'm going to allocate my time. And I want to find better ways to do it, so I've been really trying to be hypercritical of my behind-the-scenes processes of making these videos. Like, so many times we believe that we're doing things the correct ways. So, it's really easy to like everything you do in your life, you're likely doing for a reason. Your brain has figured out that like when you do things in this specific ordering, you get good results, or you get the results that keep you safe, or the results that keep you comfortable, or the results that produce a desired result for another person, and then they congratulate you and they give you praise or something like that. So you're like, as humans, our brains are like programmed by our previous experiences to do things in certain orders, that sort of things. So it's really easy to consciously then run sort of the like default disk in your brain, which is just like, hey, I did it for this reason because of X, Y, and Z. Like, I already know why I do things this way, so I'm going to continue doing them that way because I have my reasoning. I can lay it out for you. I can explain it to you. I can talk about the previous experiences that I've had that have produced results for me in the ways that I want, and that's why I do these things. Usually that's what happens when you're first learning something. You can clearly articulate the reasons why you're doing something the way you're doing it because you've just learned to do it that way for very clear reasons. Once you start doing something for more than like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, those reasons start becoming subconscious. You don't realize why you're doing it for the reason you're doing it, but you're just doing it. And then when you reflect on it, it's like, well, yeah, obviously that's the way you do it. Like, if you do it another way, you're just not going to get good results. Like, or you won't get this. Like, it's like you can write it off as just, no, I wouldn't do it that way because this is obviously the correct path. Hopefully this is making sense. And like this will happen in Pokemon battles too. You'll like that got really scary there. I could have lost because of the swagger. I think the confusion's scary, and I didn't save, but we got through it. Don't worry. In a Pokemon battle, this could be the same. Like, let's say every time I beat Steve and I use rest, so then my brain just starts going like, well, whenever I beat Steven, I should probably take rest because rest has like really helped in the past. So then I get stuck in this rut of just like, when I fight Steven, I use rest, and I miss the fact that I could be using something like substitute or protect or attract, a whole bunch of other moves that are really good and have different effects and help other Pokemon in different ways than a Pokemon that would really benefit from rest. Like Mawile, for example, is like pretty good with rest because you can set up defenses and then heal your health and use a Chesto Berry because you can't get poisoned. Mawile could also use substitute, but it's going to be less good with something like attract because it doesn't really need to like stop one key foe from doing stuff. So you get stuck in these like patterns of repetitive behavior because you think you have a reason for doing it. The worrying thing is like when it starts becoming subconscious, then you lack the ability to consciously examine the behavior. And so I've been trying to, behind the scenes with my content production processes, trying to examine the subconscious reasoning that I have behind the choices that I make in my content. Because there's stuff that I'm making for reasons, but those reasons may not be relevant to me anymore. Like, when I started the channel, it was really important for me to do certain things. Like, I'm just going to try and find an example that's not relevant anymore. When I started making the channel, it was really important for me to go in and like fix or like add a bunch of extra graphics on the screen to make the videos engaging. Because my commentary and my game knowledge was quite low, and my overlay did not show as much information, so in order to display information, I needed to show it on the screen. Is that relevant now? Sometimes, but sometimes not. Like, I can probably just not show a graphic because some of that information is already displayed on the screen and I can explain it because my game knowledge is better. Okay, Camper Flint and then the guy that fights me after him. This is terrifying. Look at how much damage Wing Attack did. Like, ridiculous. And I have to knock out the Xatu. Luckily I crit it, but I still have to deal with this guy. Eduardo. The Doduo isn't a problem, so Pelipper. What's it going to do? It's going to protect, right? It's going to protect so I can safely bulk up. No, it's going to Wing Attack. I hate this thing. Worst Pokemon to fight. Absolutely frustrating. Terrible. Pechaberry on Steven is risky for a lot of reasons, but it can work sometimes. There's, like, specific conditions make Pechaberry the correct choice. In general, Rest is better than Pechaberry. Like, Rest is safer. That's the more accurate phrase. Yeah, setup on the Doduo is kind of safe there, yeah. So anyways, I'm trying to examine all my biases behind the scenes and just really like come to a sense for like why I'm making the choices I'm making. And I have to re-examine like the choices I was making before are because maybe like for me, I have like an insecurity around like my stuff not being high quality. So sometimes I don't do things because I'm like, it's not going to be good enough. So I just like won't take action. But that doesn't make any sense. I should still just make stuff even if I think it's not going to be good enough. That's how I started making content. I was like, I'm just gonna make stuff. It doesn't matter if it's bad or not. But then over time, I've slowly learned like I need to dial it in and I need to be really accurate and more precise and try and aim for quality over quantity. But there's also like, I think a lot of people say like quality over quantity as if like quality is some arbitrary goal. But like also we're fighting Winona now. She's kind of scary, and I misplayed so many points in this fight. I'm gonna have to think about this battle, but it probably just makes the most sense to have Sky Uppercut before I start the fight, and then just one-shot the Skarmory. That's all I have to say about it right now. We'll review Winona as well as Flannery when we come back to this one after the first run finishes. So yeah, there's this kind of default assumption that quality is always better than quantity, and I don't think that that's the case. That's generally like quality to what end? Like, what is quality? So you have to ask, like, that's a question like I've been asking myself more and more recently. Like, what is a quality video? Right? Like what makes a video feel like it's high quality? And there's a whole bunch of obvious answers, like having like not blurry stuff on screen, having like good like video footage, having good quality audio, making sure that like there's no like really annoying sounds in the video. Those things, like those are obvious, right? And I know how to do that now because I've been doing this for almost 4 years, I guess. Almost 4 years. 4-year anniversary of the channel on July 21st. Wild that I've been doing it this long. Almost half a decade. Half a decade next year. Anyways. Like those things are obvious that provide quality, but like what else is quality? Like good strategies in the game. Like maybe. But that also could not be quality, because sometimes when I make silly choices and bad strategies, we learn something and that adds to the quality of the video, and sometimes it's funny. Like it's genuinely hilarious to me when I look at something that I've done and I thought it was the right choice when I was playing, and then I look back and I'm like, yeah, that was like obviously not the right choice. Like what was I doing there? Like I just need to not do that. Joanna, I like your videos, Scott, because they are information dense. Yeah, so like information there, density of information, that could be something that adds a lot of quality to a video, right? Funny, like jokes could add quality. I've never found myself to be a particularly funny person in real life, so making jokes is not, I don't feel like that's like the best way for me to be creative. Sometimes there's jokes that people think are jokes, but usually I'm just trying to say something and then someone's like, oh, that's so funny you said that. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that I was making a joke. Hilarious. And then I just turn it into a meme. So this idea of like what is quality, that needs to be examined. And if you start making, like I noticed what I was doing, or this is one of the biases that I was falling into with content creation, is that I would assume that what I thought was quality and what I thought led to quality was not necessarily correlated with what you thought was quality. So for example, for me, it might be like adjusting a graphic by 3 pixels so that the graphic looks better proportioned on the screen. Like the amount of time I spent putting Breloom on the left-hand side of the screen so that it looks exactly like that, with the left toe just slightly below the grass icon and its tail just like a couple pixels away from the edge, with the like center of the Pokeball just like under its like kind of crotch region. The amount of time I spent thinking about that and positioning that thing so that it would sit exactly there so that it's just like beautiful in my mind, that for me is like quality. I'm like, that's so much quality. I added a bunch of quality by like updating this graphic and making it look really beautiful. And I spent like, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes just doing that one little thing. But you know, if that toe was not under the grass icon and it was just a little bit above, like, I'm sure no one would notice and no one would care. Like, maybe there's one person out there that's like, that's a quality factor there, is the perfect positioning of the Breloom graphic in this video. But like for me that adds quality, but for everyone else it doesn't necessarily. So if I make the choice, I am going to, by the way, I didn't actually know what my EVs are here. I just decided to go with 4 protein and 2 carbos, so we should look at the EVs. Yeah, I could have gotten more protein, so we can examine that in the second playthrough and see if adding protein there for the attack would make sense. Because I think like 2 more protein probably would be good. Get a bit more damage. So if I make the choice, I am not going to produce, so let's say I make 1 video instead of making 2. I make 1 video because I want the 1 video to be quality. And so I sacrifice my goal of being like competitive and finishing Pokemon Emerald with every Pokemon. So I sacrifice finishing Emerald with every species in a timely manner to make this current video a little bit higher quality. But if the thing that I am sacrificing making the second video for is not actually quality, it's just what I think quality is, then I'm fundamentally, I think, making a bad choice. So that's why in the Golbat video I asked the question, like, why do you watch my videos? What do you like about my videos? I want to get a sense for like what matters to you. Because the more and more I think about it, the things that matter to me are not actually like the Breloom's toe being slightly under the grass icon. Like, that's a thing that I think matters. I think that it matters. Like, I'm like, that probably matters, I should fix that. I see there's a problem with that, so I should fix it. But what really matters to me is like, I really want to play the game with every Pokemon. That's super exciting, high level goal that I have. And it's not even about like nitpicky, like sometimes it's like a bigger thing. It's like we designed, for example, I paid like, I forgot how much money, it was like, I think it was about like $1,500 for an animation. I put the animation in the video and no one commented on it. Genuinely no one commented on it. And I just sat there and I was like, that didn't matter to anyone. Like no one was like, that was really cute. I'm so glad that you did that. I'm like, huh. Like the thing that I thought was going to make a huge difference made no difference. This is like, then it like, you really have to like sit down and go like, well, I don't necessarily have the best read of this, and start examining your own biases. Why do I watch your videos? Because I love Pokemon, I love the format, and I love what you do. I love the length you go to make things consistent, your tenacity, the big effort you put in. Yeah, see, that's a comment that a lot of people have said. And like, I don't want to like stop putting in effort. I don't want to stop like trying to make things consistent and optimizing. But like, you know what would be nice? It would be nice spending a little bit more time getting better at Emerald, showing better plays and better optimization of more Pokemon, rather than like adjusting a graphic 30 times trying to make it look perfect. So, it's just like, those are the things that are just like, I gotta really like consider. Like, what are the things that really matter to me? And then, matter to me, like, and what are the things that matter to you? There are things that matter to me that I don't want to compromise on, right? No, Serena, don't need to be sorry about the animation. It's just like, it's like the kind of thing where I'm just like at heart, I'm like, this is the thing that I want. We're going to do it. It's probably going to matter. People are going to love it. They're going to think it's really cute. Then it's like, oh, no one really notices. That's interesting. It was the animation of the little like Pikachu at the end, like clicking the subscribe button and stuff. And I thought it was cute because like Geodude has hands, so it could be like the thumbs up like button, and Chimecho's like the bell, and then like the subscribe icon looks like a typing, and then there's Pikachu is a mouse, so it's like the mouse clicking those things. It's like, this is so witty. I love it. It's great. Let's do it. A whole bunch of frames. Each frame is drawn individually. Like, it's super high effort, and we don't even use it anymore. It's not even in my files that we just drag and drop into the videos regularly. It's like, I don't mean to sound like a contrarian or anything, but the more I try to think about why I love this content, the less reason I find to like it. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. But like that also might be a reason, right? Like it might just be like, oh, like just showing up and like, because like there's a lot of content that I have like that. Like I just watch like people's videos that they put out every day, and like it's not necessarily that I'm like super curious about the topic they're talking about. It's just like, no, like this person is like kind of a part of my daily life. I like hanging around them and hearing them talk about the things they like to talk about. There's not like a reason. It's just like I'm used to them. I'm comfortable with this. It's a nice way to like spend my time with someone else chatting in the background while I'm doing something else. Seeing like if that's the reason, then like maybe I should put a lot less effort into the things that I think matter and put a lot more effort into the things that I really want to do. Right? Like if I really want to beat the game with every Pokemon, because that's like, again, I keep saying this, like I'm a broken record here, but that's why, like that's really what I want to do. So I want to beat the game with every Pokemon. If that's really what I want to do, I should do that and not do the things that are not important. You should do a full produced behind the scenes video about production. Yeah, I've thought about that. I have thought about that. That would be... Yeah. Every time I think about it though, there's a lot of complicating things there. There's a lot of consent that has to be obtained in order to do that video because there are so many other people that work on the channel, so... It's like... And then I'm also worried, like, when cameras show up and you're doing something and you know you're being recorded, like, do people change? Does, like, it... skew like how things are working a little bit? Like I don't know, that's challenging. I also haven't made something like it, so it would take a lot of time. I like the atmosphere you put into your videos. That feels more relaxing. Yeah. Apparently that's just my voice though. I don't even need to think about it. But not emotionally dense. Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah. I'm wondering if like going over to this side in Shoal Cave is the correct choice. Again, I'm doing this because it does take time, but I'm getting a rare candy out of it, and the fluctuating growth rate is really starting to slow down now. We're level 41. Breloom it's not leveling up quickly anymore. Fighting trainers now feels almost pointless. Yeah. See, versus videos are something I like. I need to also consider how I'm going to do some training here before Tate and Liza. Let's talk about versus videos while I do that. I think that like the versus videos as a format, it's like my favorite way from like it's my favorite way to present this information from a narrative perspective, but it is not my favorite way to make videos. I far prefer making videos in either a streamed format or a solo format. Also, the Linoon is going to get me here. It's really annoying. I saved before the Skarmory guy though, so it's okay. It's because I didn't have a Cherry Berry, so I got paralyzed and then it just fell apart. It's like, ugh. Yeah, the versus videos are also my favorite thing, like from a narrative perspective, but they take so much energy out of me, so they're not always like my favorite way to make content. Like the last one honestly burnt me out. Like the week after I was basically useless. I couldn't do anything. And then so like making those sustainably is a creative challenge that I still have not been able to solve. And I'm not really sure what the solution to it is going to be. Cuz like initially what I think is I'm like, well, I need to make them over a longer period of time. So like if I'm going to make one versus video every 2 months, then I need to take like every week I need to be spending 1 or 2 days like working on the runs for that video so that when it like finally comes out, I didn't have to do like 5 days of playing Pokemon Yellow with only Sandslash in a row and like completely just burn myself out and just never want to play Pokemon Yellow ever again. I need to like balance it in some way. Like I can play Endless Yellow, but I need to play different Pokemon and like have some level of variety within that format. How much of it is the number of runs you're doing versus the technical challenges? I would say it's actually neither of those. It's the volume of voiceover and the amount of review and edits. That is what gets me. That burns me out. Like, doing the runs is tiring. Like, streaming, doing voiceover, this is all really tiring for me because I'm an introvert, and having to do this sort of thing requires so much energy. That said, that puts me in a place where I'm exhausted. But then when I'm exhausted, if I have to like push myself to then go and sit down and edit a 2.5 hour video, yeah, that's gonna lead to burnout. And like Sean is editing, so Sean is doing the majority of that work. But like reviewing and then doing final edits for a 2.5 hour video is that's a lot of time that is required from me as well. Like even if Sean worked 40 hours on the Versus video, if I have to come in and do 8 hours of cleanup behind the scenes, like that's still a lot for me. So I think that's like, and then the voiceover, it's like to do 2.5 hours of voiceover is going to be like, I thought my voiceover, I was doing it a lot faster than I actually am. I thought for each video that's like 45 minutes, it was maybe an hour and a half of talking, but it's more like 4 hours of talking, maybe 4.5 hours of talking. So it's like if I have to do a 2.5 hour video, that's going to be like 12 to 16 hours of voiceover. And like, that's a lot. So it's like, it ends up being the case that like for a Versus video, for about a 2-week period, every day in the morning I sit down and I just do voiceover. And then like my voice gets tired, then I stop, then I move over to something like editing, then I maybe play a couple runs in the afternoon, and that's my work day. So I'm not sure what the solution is, because it's a very personal thing. I have to figure out what the correct balance is. So here you can see in the Psychic Gym, I'm doing a little training. Last time I mentioned it, Breloom was level 41. All of the time that has happened since Stroll Cave to now, I've only gained 3 levels, and I fought a decent number of trainers. So this is the fluctuating growth rate. Now, I think Exucurisora is in the chat. If you are, please chime in here, because I'm going to use rare candies before Tate and Liza, because they completely stomped me the first time. I know that you've got a really good result with Breloom. Should I be using the rare candies here? Like, how many should I be using? What level should I target for this battle? Because I feel like using the rare candies here ends up being slightly premature. Like, the level that I finished the game at is not particularly high, and that worries me. Like, we're going up. Oh, hey, Philip. Danny, thanks. Okay, let's talk about Tate and Liza. If I use my rare candies, by the way, I'll show you the damage ranges for this fight right after it's done, because I think it's fun to look at them after we use the rare candies. Before the rare candies, we didn't have... I think with fluctuating, you have to finish at a low level. Oh, no! Don't tell me that. When I do like Shroomish or something, it's going to be painful. I guess I have Spore, but like, I'm going to speed boost nature just to Spore everything. Because that's how I play. Okay, so we beat Tate and Liza. It's super easy. Look at the damage ranges. This is the damage ranges at level 55 after rare candies. So 88% chance to one-hit the Clay Doll, and then a one-hit on everything else. That's with no setup. So using the candies there made the fight very consistent. Excuse me. Using the candies there made the fight very consistent. Yeah. I did want to, I will, like, there's this idea of, like, just keep doing what you're doing, that Danny said. And I do want to address that a little bit, because I think sometimes people, like, when like, something's happening and, like, you're, like, enjoying watching it or something like that. Like, I know I'm guilty of this. Like, when I see other creators and they're, like, doing something and then they start to change, it's like, why are you changing? What you were doing already was great. That's what I liked. Just keep doing that, please. All right, the cat is like starting to scratch something. I'm like worried that she's gonna decide to go behind my computer, which would be devastating for the stream. All the cables are back there. Okay, we're good. This idea of like continuing to do the same thing over and over again, like just continue doing what you're doing. You're not always aware of the problems that I am having doing the things that I am currently doing. So I would love to just keep doing what I'm doing if everything I was currently doing is perfect. But everything I am currently doing is not perfect. So there are like fundamental creative problems and challenges that I am having that I am trying to solve. And then there will necessitate some level of change to solve those problems. And I think this is just part of being creative. Like if you're a musician and you're writing an album or something, it's like at some point you're going to do something differently because creatively you want to do. Also, yeah, I lose in this fight. Frustrating. Again, Crobat's scary. Breloom has all these like small flaws where just like there's a Pokemon that has a flying type move, you can lose. Oh no, just be careful. I think what I should have done there is targeted Maxie's team down and set up some bulk ups and then just knocked out the other team. The only team we see in the graphic on the right hand side of the screen is Maxie's team. It's the more powerful team in general. This time I target the Crobat and it just goes down. Bill, thank you for the 30 euros. Really appreciate it. So anyways, some degree of change has to happen in order to solve the problems that I'm experiencing behind the scenes. So one of the problems I have is my voice gets burnt out way too fast. So I need to figure out a way to make my voice more sustainable. I would like to stream and release more videos because streaming and releasing more videos allows me to reach my goal of finishing these games before I'm like 40. Sorry, the cat was... I thought she was attacking something, but she's actually just licking the bed. It's really cute. So there's like the voice needs to be worked out. I need to figure that out. I'm getting better at it as I go, but it's still not perfect. Then I need to figure out how to make versus videos in a more sustainable way. That's definitely another creative problem that I'm working on figuring out. The last one is like I want to make sure that what I'm doing always feels like authentic and genuine and doesn't feel like over filtered, I guess is the right word. Like on a stream, you're getting me just sitting down chatting about Pokemon. This is as unfiltered as I get. But in the produced videos, that's not always the case. Like I have more information about the playthrough and the way in which I deliver it is sometimes performative to some extent. It will always be that way because you're recording yourself. So if you're recording yourself, you should realize there's some level of performance. So but I would like to like minimize that performance as much as possible because number one, I think that performance does strain my voice more than I need to. Because I can last on stream talking about stuff longer than I can when I'm recording regular voiceover. So that's another creative problem that I'm trying to work out behind the scenes. Okay. Archie. It's probably one of the worst trainers in the game that's like a regular battle that I usually talk about. His Crobat is kind of fast, 118 speed. Like this is like in the grand scheme of Pokemon in Emerald version, it's quite fast. It's faster than almost all of Wallace's team. I think its speed ties the Tentacruel. But overall, it's not that fast. Either Milotic is like I think 116, Tentacruel's 118, I think, on Wallace's team. So that Crobat's fast, but like other than that, it's not very good. And if you're like, if something you're worried about is me finishing all these games and then not having anything else to do so that I'm gonna like stop making Pokemon stuff, like I since the first year making this channel, I wanted to make Solo Challenge and Nuzlocke content. That was my goal. In the first year, I wanted to make 2 videos a week. 1 Solo Challenge, 1 Nuzlocke. That was my goal. I still haven't done that. I don't know if you understand how painful it is to have a goal and have it in your brain for 4 years and not be able to do it. I probably could do it now if I really wanted, and that's why I'm examining all these things, because like a lot of the small choices I make behind the scenes lead to me not doing it. So that's why I'm examining all this stuff now. Also, in good news, there is going to be more help for me, so I will have less time. Exceptional, who was in the chat at some point earlier on, is going to be joining the team and helping me out with a bunch of stuff. in a part-time capacity. So I am really, really, really happy to have someone else who makes high-quality YouTube videos help me do what I do. Unfortunately, Breloom can't learn Earthquake. Feel here. Yeah, good to have you, Egg. I think it's like next Monday, isn't it? Isn't it Monday that everything that you start? I think so. Which is exciting. This animation is always awesome. Every time I see it, I love this animation. It's so good. This is one of the things too. Like, look at this animation. It really does make an impact. So, like, when whoever spent the time to make that pixel art, like, it really mattered. That mattered. Okay, so we can get Brick now. Finally. I think you can get Brick a little bit earlier. Like, right after you get Dive, before the plot line. But, like, we don't need it. That's just, like... That's too soon. I want, like... Okay, so, like... I've never really liked... Like, speaking of, like, raw unfiltered stuff... I've never really liked watching people who post stream summary videos as their primary form of content. Just because I don't like that. That's something I don't want to do. I like cutting together a bunch of things and not seeing all the context. It doesn't work particularly well for me as a narrative. So I want to always make sure that the like full releases that I do on the channel feel like they have that polish of just being like the voiceover is connected and it tells the story. But I want it to be a little bit more direct in how it goes about doing that. Alright, Juan. You get a person buried, the love disc is bad, it can only confuse you, you have bulk up, like, that's that. Bye-bye, Juan. Yeah, well, I don't actually know what Breloom's egg moves are, let's look them up. I don't think we have egg moves in the software. That's one piece of data that we weren't able to scrape easily. Gets Worry Seed. Helping Hand. Oh, this is Generation 9. Charm, Fake Tears, False Swipe. Oh, Fake Tears. Charm is also useful. Oh, that's hard. I don't know. Fake Tears or Charm, probably. What does Fake Tears do? Is it lower defense? Special defense? Yeah, special defense. Probably Charm then. Yeah, Swagger, I guess. Wait, Swagger. Is Swagger a tutor move? Oh my gosh, am I just realizing this now? We're gonna show tutor moves for a second. I can turn that on and off. Look at that. Click of a button. If you're like, teach it Swords Dance or something like that. No, I can't get that for a long time. So... Would you consider making a hard mode hack for Emerald or other games with all your Poke know-how? I am likely going to make versions of all of these games for solo running at some point, just for fun. I don't know when though. See, this is like a do I complete the base game with all the Pokemon before I make that? Because the additional experience would definitely make that ROM hack better. So like, we'll see. I'll probably do yellow first. The idea is to try and make the game interesting when playing a solo challenge. Not to necessarily make the game easier or add quality of life. It's to make it more interesting in this format. More interesting for the player, specifically. I used to go the bottom route, but you have to fight 2 extra Pokemon if you go the bottom route. I changed this after watching Austin. Yeah, I used to fight the other guy too, but I don't think that it's as good. I think this is better if you don't want levels. Like if you need to do a lot of training or something, you're a terrible Pokemon, then fighting the other person I think makes more sense. But I think this makes more sense if you want faster time. The other person is really annoying too, because like I think the Mawile on the team has Iron Defense and then it has Baton Pass and can like send it over to the Kadabra. Just like really annoy you depending on the type of your Pokemon. You just don't want to deal with that. I'm gonna bypass it entirely. Especially if you have super effective damage against the Claydol. I think if you don't have super, like if the Claydol's going to be a problem, then do it this way, is like the three Pokemon way as well. Okay, so we do learn Swagger through Move Tutor. That is a potential solution also for Flannery, because we could Swagger the Numel. Okay. An hour and 10 minutes, I'm going to go back and grab this rare candy that's up the waterfall. There's an elixir here too if you want it. You can pick that up the way when you're through here the first time, just before the rival, if you don't want to come back for it, but I don't pick it up if I'm going to come back for it. Because you can't go up the waterfall before you beat Juan, so I have to do this in this order with the backtracking. It's annoying, but if I want this candy before the league, I need to do it this way. I figured that I wasn't going to candy before Steve, and I'm going to candy before like Drake or someone else during the league, so... yeah. Swagger seems slightly better odds. Yeah, it might be. Are Flannery's Pokemon all female? Like, wonder if you run Swagger Attract on the Numel and then set up with Bulk Up and just return everything. Yeah, Swagger's definitely better than Stun Spore on the Numel, I think. Okay, so Sydney. Sydney's a joke. He's like one of the worst Elite Four members if you get a fighting type move. Even when you get intimidated by the Mightyena, if you have decent physical attack, you can usually just sweep his team without any setup. In this case, I think it's better to do it like that. In some cases, though, you can just set up Substitute on the Mightyena. It loves to go for Sand Attack. If it Sand Attacks you, then you can just set up for free. And I will address like using Substitute, not using Substitute. I could use Substitute. Substitute, Bulk Up, Brick Break, Hidden Power Ghost. But I'm not at this time. We'll talk about that after. I'm not actually sure. I don't know. So I'm curious what everyone in the chat thinks is the right choice. Yeah, cutting is filtering, exactly. Also cut, like, when I sit down to like talk live like this, when I make a mistake in what I'm saying, I just go back and correct it, and then I continue with what I'm saying. But when I'm recording audio and I make a mistake, I know that the mistake is there, so I can't correct myself in the next sentence. What I have to do is go back and then retake that same sentence again. And when I do that, there becomes a certain like canned quality to that statement. I don't know what you want me to tell you. The Emerald League is almost free if you know how you're going to set up. So the Sydney's Mightyena we already discussed. Phoebe's Dusclops loves to use Protect first turn, and then you can just bulk up there for free and Hidden Power Ghost everything. Glacia's Celio loves to use Hail on the first turn, and then generally a weak move like Ice Ball or Body Slam. If you have a Cherry Berry, which I did, you're not going to get paralyzed, so you can set up for free. Beyond that, Drake's Shelgon loves to use Protect or Rock Tomb on the first turn. If you use a White Herb, which is what I'm going to give Breloom right here, then it can't lower your speed. With 133 speed, I outspeed the Salamence, which is Drake's fastest Pokemon. So hilariously, my Breloom is faster than all of his team. I think this is probably the reason we don't want to go with a speed lowering nature for Breloom, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, or I didn't mention but I said it would be relevant later on, is just like we want the outspeed here against the Salamence. I think taking damage from it, we shouldn't. We can just lower our special attack, and like that has no other impact on the playthrough. We can get the outspeed here. Because look at how much Flamethrower does, and I needed to two-shot his final Pokemon. And I'm just barely going to get through this because I take a little bit of damage from the Kingdra. He uses some full restores, and then I eventually polish it off, and that's that. Drake is defeated. Only Wallace is left. I probably would have subs instead of return. Use 3 bulk ups. Got 1 and 1 shot. Yeah. For this fight. The thing is, like, with substitute, it's like, do you want to take the time to go and get the move tutor move? Is it worth it? I don't know. If both Ike and Aksu are saying that that's probably the right choice, then, like, it's probably the right choice. Things get bad here. The Milotic gets me because the Wailord does a lot of damage with Blizzard. So I thought, I'll give a Citrus Berry, and I think I use the rare candies now. Maybe not, actually. Oh no, I go Rest. Yeah. So I think I go Rest in the place of Hidden Power because I don't need it for Steven. I think I should run probably Chesto Berry with Rest, but I think I lose here a couple more times. Can you use Substitute on Steven? No, we will see why, and we will see why soon. Substitute is not useful for Steven with Breloom. Rest is I think required for Breloom against Steven. Yeah, Skarmory one-shots. It's brutal. It's awful. And like you can't level up enough to get away from it. You have to get so lucky against Steven. It's ridiculous. In this case though, I'm able to get set up against Wallace. I was just worried here about the Gyarados lowering my attack with Intimidate and then not one-shotting with Return. Because I only have +2 now, so do I get it? And I do. Crit! Yay! So yeah, you're going to need... So for Steven, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace Return with Attract. So that I can use it on the Skarmory to hopefully prevent it from attacking me. And then while it's being stalled by loving Breloom, it's a love story of all time, Skarmory and Breloom. While that's happening, I can bulk up a bunch so that it doesn't one-hit me with its Aerial Aces. From there, if you get set up, then you sweep. If it hits with Aerial Ace and you've set up with bulk up, then you can use Rest to stall it out. Hopefully buy enough time, and then win. And like, you can do a Breloom run without Rest. Like, it's like I know like Ike, you really don't like Rest. I understand that. Like, you can do a run without Rest. It's possible. But like, it's really like why? Like, Rest is the better strategy. Because you have a free move slot. There's nothing better you can do against the Skarmory, so like, you might as well just use Rest. Like, I understand, but like, you're being stubborn in the way that I'm being stubborn sometimes when I use Rest. Because I'm just like, no, it's definitely the best choice. It's definitely not the best choice all the time, but in some cases it is. Scott's Rest apologism. By the way, Rest TM is over here. I didn't know where it was, so I talked to everyone. It's this person. I don't think I've used it very much in the past. Yeah, Substitute is the best move in Generation 3. Like, for sure. I think it's better than Bulk Up, but it's only better than Bulk Up because every Pokemon can get it. And there's so many ways to mess up the AI using Substitute. Okay, so I'm going to use 4 rare candies up to level 65, and that's going to be my final level for the playthrough. We are now going to go fight Steven Stone and see how this goes. Obviously, our time, an hour and 18 minutes right now, it's okay. It's not as good as the Pokemon that I've done previously on the channel, but there are a lot of resets. Also, I bumped into this guy. There were a few trainers that I accidentally fought throughout this run. This is one of them. Kind of frustrating. Okay. So yeah, let's look at the Steven damage ranges, because I think I lose here several times before eventually I get the win. This is without any setup. So things are not very good. As you can see there, I went for a bulk up on the first turn. Aerial Ace still takes me down to orange health. In the next fight, I'm pretty sure that I just try attract right away. Yeah. And then it attacks me and I lose at some point. At some point, you're going to see that it one-shots me when I don't stop it from attacking. But as I set up bulk up, it's less and less likely for it to knock me out. And as I recover health with the leftovers, it becomes also less likely for it to knock me out with its next attack. And then I can use rest to quickly heal up whenever I need to. I'm going to set up 6 bulk ups. 5 bulk ups, this is the damage range for 5 bulk ups. 76% chance to one-hit the Skarmory, but not very great chances on the Metagross. It's going to 2-hit the Claydol no matter what. But if we get to 6, then we one-shot everything except the Claydol. This fight has been Brelooming over the whole run. It has been, yeah. I love Breloom. If Scott makes a single mistake, I will take it personally. There's always got to be someone. I know you're joking, but yeah. So, Attract is really good. Attract 50% chance for the opponent's Pokemon to not attack you. That's incredible. It's like ridiculous how good it is. There's no way for him to heal it, even if he gets like a full restore or something like that. As he takes me down in health, I'm just going to continue setting up. As you can see here, once my defense is fairly high, then I take less damage from Aerial Ace. And with Attract on the field, like eventually the Skarmory's just not going to attack enough, and then I can attack and finish his Pokemon off. So I get +6. I know I don't need to heal. I have leftovers. I can just sweep. Claydol might be a Psychic type, but it does not have any damage-dealing Psychic type moves. It's only going to have Ancient Power and Earthquake, and I can survive hits from both of those. I also crit it, which is cool. By the way, you have to one-shot the Metagross. Its Psychic does enough damage to one-shot you, so yeah. Swords Dance is not easy to get. You need BP to get it. Yeah. It's basically walled off in this case. I think Swords Dance is like 48 BP, and there's no way to get that, so you gotta do it this way. Yeah, so yesterday's playthrough, I was able to get a time of 1 hour 21 minutes and 18 seconds with 22 resets at level 65. With a game time somewhere just above, I think it was like 4 hours and 48 minutes. Yeah, I do think substitute over rest could be better. Maybe. We should test this to see. Yeah. Hey Andrew, it's good to see you. Okay, let's look at damage ranges and stuff now. We need to sort this Pokemon out. No, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Ta-da! Did I do any more runs with Exploud? Sorry, I saw your question twice before, I just didn't answer it. I did not know. I wish. I don't have time right now. If I'm streaming or like doing a re-ranking, I don't have time right now with how much stuff there is and how much volume there is behind the scenes on the channel. I don't have time to do other playthroughs off stream. It's a rule I've given myself because last year when I did a Farfetch'd stream, I then played like, it was like 4 or 5 more Farfetch'd runs behind the scenes, and I got really behind on a bunch of projects and then stressed myself out, which in turn stressed my wife out and my whole family. So it's like, I can't do that. If I'm doing a re-ranking, it has to be done on stream. If I don't accomplish what I want to in the stream, I'll have to wait until I do it again on another stream. That's my rule for myself. Yeah, by the way, last week you had some things going on with the cats. I appreciate you asking. All the cats are fine. The one cat that threw up once, that cat was just fine, and then the other cat had to be hospitalized for the whole week, which was distressing, but we got the cat back at the end of the week, and she's doing great now. Running around, back to her old self. We have no idea what went wrong either. It's like very random. Okay, I think there's 3 main things here, or maybe 4 that we have to address. Flannery. We have to address Winona, we have to address Tate and Liza, and then we have to address Steven. We don't have really good solutions for all of them. It doesn't make sense to do another playthrough. Okay? Do you completely discount Spore? It has 75% accuracy. That's all I have to say. 75% accuracy, and only a 25% chance to make the opponent not do something. Just terrible. Just terrible. Like, there's got to be a better choice. There has to be. Like, attract is just better against Steven. 100% attract is just better against Steven. Yeah. Okay, so for Steven's damage ranges, let's start here. Steven's damage ranges, six bulk ups gives me the one hit on everything. If I remove, so we want to go in, we want to see what level, like, because like the Skarmory's awful no matter what. So Aerial Ace at level 65 does between 103 and 122% damage. So if I leveled up more, one more level, 66, it has a chance to not one hit me. Very, like 6% chance. Very small, okay? We continue leveling up. At what point does it never one-shot me? This is just for information, so that people who are like, level up until it doesn't one-shot you, so you know. At level 73, Breloom is not able to be one-shot by Aerial Ace. But you have to remember, we're fluctuating growth rate, so this is going to take us forever. That's 8 more levels. 8 more levels is a lot. That's a lot. It's really going to slow us down. Like, just absolutely brutal. So now we need to test, after one bulk up, what level do we survive one Aerial Ace? So one bulk up, we already survive one at the default level of 65. So leveling up more to get a better range with one bulk up doesn't make any sense. Leveling up so that we survive the Skarmory's single Aerial Ace doesn't make any sense either. It's going to take too long. Okay? Yeah, and we can't attract both Numble and Skarmory because we don't have enough movesets to hold on to attract throughout the entire playthrough. So anyone who thinks we should attract both the Numble and the Skarmory, no. We have to choose, and I think attract has to be used on the Skarmory. It's more of a threat. The Numble can at least just do bad things and then we can win. So we need to have a different answer for Flannery. Yeah, they are different genders. Yeah, exactly. We also, like, we're not going to take a track throughout the entire playthrough. Or not. We need other moves, like Hidden Power Ghost and stuff. Also, I think Substitute might be a good choice for the mid-game and late game. Okay, so I want to see also what level I can fight Steven at. Like, if we take away the 4 rare candies, like, what happens at level 61? Like, Aerial Ace is obviously going to one-shot us, but it still doesn't after one turn of setup. I just want to see if I can get the one-hit range on the Metagross. I cannot at level 61. 35%. So, and we don't even have a guarantee on the Skarmory once we fully set up. So, level 61, we start getting, like, this is significantly worse odds of winning. It's just so much worse. So let's go up a couple levels, or one level. That is 62. So over a damage running threshold, I bet the Metagross damage range is going to spike up, and I'm going to get 100% on Skarmory. 100%, 76. So it's pretty good at 63. Pretty good. But there's still this chance of missing on the Metagross and then getting a one-shot by Psychic, which feels real bad after you chance through the Skarmory. So 65 gives the guaranteed one hit on Metagross. You know, I didn't plan this, but I finished the game at the exact lowest level that I need to guarantee the one hit on Metagross with 6 bulk ups. That's so funny. Substitute giving extra turns. Yeah, I think so. I think you might be right, Rodriosi. Because like we can set up Substitute, get more turns with it. And then leftovers are going to be gaining back health. And as long as we can just keep making substitutes and the Skarmory can keep like fumbling because of attract, as long as we can keep doing that, we can get set up and we don't need health. Once we get by the Skarmory, we don't really need health. Like I guess we need enough to survive Ancient Power or whatever, but like Ancient Power and Earthquake are both physical. Look at the damage ranges. They do 2% damage, this one does 6% damage. So 10 damage is the most that the Claydol can do to us without a critical hit. 10 damage. Ridiculous. We need 8% health to survive both of those together, but it's only going to hit with one, so we need 6% health. What is 6% of 181? Oh gosh, 181. Oh my god, I'm doing calculator math. Also, in amazing news, there's going to be a calculator. Going to be a calculator on the iPad. Can you even imagine that? It's 2024. You have a calculator. Oh, I guess it's right here. It actually just shows me the damage. I'm doing the silliest math ever. It's literally right there. Damage is there, the percentage is right over there. We have both of them. It's 10. It's 10. 10 damage. It rounds down. Stuff rounds down in Pokemon. Don't ask why. Okay. So, I think this is the strategy for Steven. I don't know what I could do to make this better other than substituting, like, substituting substitute instead of rest. It seems like going at 63 is like, maybe we could get a faster time, but it's going to be just like really defeating if we lose on the Metagross. I think at that point, it's like, we're starting to move more towards the like tool-assisted speedrun kind of territory, where it's like, yeah, we will get the range against the Metagross, we know it. Rather than the like human-played run that I like confident I could sit down and play the run again and get a similar time. That's kind of how I like to think about my runs, is like, if I sat down to play them multiple times, would we get roughly the same time every time? Every attempt. There's a lot of time in that sentence. Okay, let's go back and look at Flannery now. So, Flannery with Bulk Up, in order to one-shot the Torkoal... Oh my gosh, what is this? See, I need 6 Bulk Ups to one-shot the Torkoal with Return. That is awful. To two-shot the Torkoal, I need 2 Bulk Ups. Then I can Headbutt Return the Torkoal. Wildcard Endure and hope for sleep effect from Spore. That's a hilarious strategy, but I don't think that that'll be correct. This is like probably 2 is like probably gonna work, but you're right. It's like a little bit like if we go up 1 level, it'll be really consistent. See? Damage rounding threshold at 30. 2 Bulk Ups. Let's actually, I want to check that again. So here, without the rare candy, what does it do? Overheat from the Numel does 75 to 89% damage. That's at 79. I started this at level, I went in at level 28. Sorry, I think I said 28. Yeah, 28 does 78 to 92%. So then it one-shots with whatever of these moves it uses. I think it's always going to do that, though. If we go in at 30, Overheat does a little bit less. Enough now that in some cases we will survive a takedown, but not a magnitude. Okay. What about 33? Okay, 33, 1 Bulk Up. Oh, this is it, I think. I think 33 is going to be it. So we're fluctuating growth rate. We can fight a lot of the early game trainers and level up fast. We can get to 33 at a decent time without slowing the run down too much. And then at level 33 with Headbutt does 44 to 53% damage to the Torkoal after only 1 Bulk Up. That dramatically changes the math against the Numel. Then the return does, in this case it's saying 50 to 59%, but that's because my return base power is 79. It hasn't been updated. So if I update this, because it's going to go up by like several points, maybe to like 83, now we do 52 to 62% damage. So like there is a case where we do not two-shot, but it's we have a pretty good chance of two hitting. Yeah, we're going to address Hidden Power Ghost when we go to Tate and Liza. We have to see if there's another way to beat them without Hidden Power Ghost. Because if we run Hidden Power Ground, then we can make this fight so simple. Like, let's add it. We will, let's check that now. Where are you? Okay, so we're going to add in Hidden Power here. And we will teach Hidden Power over, let's just teach it over Bulk Up because we don't actually need that to add them as setup moves in this software. Now we have Hidden Power Ghost. Obviously Hidden Power Ghost is not good here, but we need to just customize our DVs. And then Hidden Power Ground is what? It's like, yeah. 31 HP, 31 attack, 31 defense, 31 speed, 30 special attack and special defense. Now we have Hidden Power Ground. 1 Bulk Up with Hidden Power Ground, 2 shots the Torque Hole. Ah, it's painful. That's a level 33 too. With no Bulk Ups, we still 2-hit the Torque Hole. Do we survive the Torque Hole's overheat? We do not, so we rely on a miss then or a flinch headbutt. But even if we flinch with the headbutt, we don't do enough damage to consistently 2-shot with headbutt into Hidden Power Ground. That's a level 33. Like obviously if we go 2 Bulk Ups, then we one hit the Torque Hole with Bulk Up, so that does make things more consistent if we can get by the Nummel. If Hidden Power Ground, we can drop a lot of levels. Yeah, I think so. But like, you have to remember that dropping levels here is not the most important thing. Like, if we do go into this at like the regular level, like 29, like 2 hit, like then we don't 1-hit. At level 29, we don't 1-hit after 2 Bulk Ups. So we'd have to, like, I guess we then just rely on the headbutt strategy again and go for 1 Bulk Up. The problem here is like the debate is really between, do we want Hidden Power Ghost for Tate and Liza or do we want Hidden Power Ground for Flannery? If we take Hidden Power Ground, then we also don't have Hidden Power Ghost for Phoebe later on, but Phoebe shouldn't be a problem. We could use Hidden Power Ground there as well with Bulk Up. Let's just check Phoebe's damage ranges with this change to see what happens with Hidden Power Ground. Because we're going to get 1 Bulk Up for free, but we don't 1-hit anything then. Whereas if we have Hidden Power Ghost, then we 1-hit more things here. I have to find Hidden Power Ghost again, sorry. We've not done a good job at making these intuitive. There it is. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, I think Ghost is better. I think that in Generation 3, it seems like there's like 3 or 4 hidden power types that the game is kind of getting centralized around now with this amount of experience. You can just substitute in front of Phoebe. Yeah, sure. But then, like, you also can't just substitute in front of Tate and Liza. So, Hidden Power Ghost is like Phoebe is like a secondary effect, right? Like, I'm checking the less important fight first rather than Tate and Liza. If we check Tate and Liza, like, Hidden Power Ghost is just better. Like, Hidden Power Ground does nothing here. It's useless. So we have to rely on all the other moves. And, like, we're going to have to set a Bulk Up then. And look how much damage their attacks do. Like, ridiculous. More than half each turn. They get to attack twice with 2 Pokemon. Like, we can't sit here and just set up for free. So, like, I think for Tate and Liza, it makes more sense to have Hidden Power Ghost be level 55, just one-shot everything. Then you have the secondary benefit of, like, just, oh, we can just sweep Phoebe. Like, 1 Bulk Up sweep. It's easy. I think Hidden Power, the best ones in Generation 3, I think are Fighting, Fire, Ghost, and maybe Electric. But Electric is, like, definitely 4th place on the list. I think the reason for these, Ghost is really good against Tate and Liza, and it's fantastic coverage for Pokemon that are normal types or that want to skip the Shadow Ball excursion, which takes a long time. It has decent power. It's pretty good. Fighting's really good because normal and Steven, and it gains attack boost, so if you can boost your attack, you can use it against Steven. Fire, because you can use it against Steven in combination with Calm Mind, and then finally Hidden Power Electric. If your Pokemon struggles against water types, you have to remember there are so many significant battles with water types in them. Archie, who's kind of significant. Then you have Juan, Glacia, and Wallace, so Electric can be helpful there. I think like beyond that, there are some other ones that are kind of useful, like Hidden Power Ground is okay. I can see it being useful. Hidden Power Rock is also okay. It's sometimes useful, especially if you're a Rock-type Pokemon, you don't get a good Rock-type move. You have to rely on Rock Tomb. Hidden Power Rock is probably the better choice. I Outside of that, it starts to get to the place where it's like people are like, you should use hidden power water. Like sometimes against Flannery if you want to one-hit stuff, but like she also has Sunny Day, which kind of ruins hidden power water. And then from there, I just think that like stuff is less good. Hidden power flying or bug if you want to counter Ludicolo really hard, but like bug is not that good because there's dark types, but like the dark types are all not very good in the game, so like why bug? It's physical anyways. You get intimidated by all the Mighty Annas, like yeah. Anyways, that's my thoughts on hidden power types as they stand right now. I think ice has its own place sometimes, but again, it's not as good because a lot of Pokemon that would learn hidden power ice are just going to get Ice Beam anyway. I do think that the best hidden power types are Ghost and Fighting. Like, they're definitely the top two. Like, whenever I sit down to do a run, I'm like, hidden power, Ghost, or Fighting. Does one of those work? If it does, we take it. If I need a special move, I'm going to immediately default to Fire and then decide if I need something else. Okay, we gotta look at... So I think Hidden Power Ghost is the correct choice for Tate and Liza. It helps with Phoebe. Then we need Winona at some point, but we still, I don't think, have really solved Flannery. Hidden Power. Okay, so we one bulk up. We need 2 bulk ups to one hit the camera up to level 29. Then we 2 hit the Torkoal. We could just do this at a lower level and like just avoid all training and just rely on the headbutt, like level 28. Headbutt, flinch the Torkoal, knock it out with return on the second turn. We could just rely on that. We could also try... Well, we're going to need 6 bulk ups, I think, to one-shot the Torkoal. Yeah, 6. 5 is 64%, but I don't think we're going to get there. So, like, Swagger the Nummel. Could Swagger the Nummel and then set up bulk up twice. Hidden Power does both Tate and Liza. Hidden Power Water. We could try it. See, I like to try these things because I want you to have the information and to like know the actual data. Because it's one thing to like emotionally feel something and be like, I think this move is good. Like, okay, sure. But like, actually test it. Like, give us a sense that that is the actual correct thing to do. So I'm going to do that. We'll go with Hidden Power Water. We're going to run a Naughty Nature instead of Hidden Power Water, I think. No, sorry. Yeah. We don't want to lower special attack with Hidden Power Water. Yeah, it's bad. Bad. It's not going to do what we need it to do. Can't one-hit the camera up. That's so funny. Ah. Yeah, it's because it's special, obviously. It's so bad. Yeah, like, yeah, okay. So, it's good. See, but this is why we cover this, because, like, I think, honestly, like, my emotional response is, like, Hidden Power Water is probably going to be good until the Torkoal. Then it'll 2-hit, and we won't be able to get past it. Like, I thought it would one-hit the camera up, but it doesn't. So it's good to have that information. Which is Ghost. Ghost is 30 in attack and 30 in... speed, special defense... Ghost, yeah. Special defense and attack are 30, everything else is 31. We'll go back to the Adamant Nature. Flash, probably not worth it. Can we flash? We could flash. It has 70% accuracy. Part of my brain is just like, flash plus swagger. And stun spore. Just ruin the Nummel's day. Stun spore it, flash it, swagger it, then set up and win. But obviously that's not the right choice. I think that's a terrible choice. Don't do that. Okay, so I think we're not going to use Hidden Power on Flannery. I think we need 2 bulk ups. I think 2 bulk ups is just the way to play. I think level 28 is maybe a little low. Like, the damage range here is like pretty sketchy. We're like just gonna do it, but... Torkoal does a lot of damage and then knocks us out with Takedown. How much does it do with one Takedown? 10 HP. So it KOs us sometimes. We could mimic magnitude, so I haven't explored that yet, which we should. Mimic is not a mimic is a tutor move in this game. Mimic, where are you? Spelled you wrong. Mimic, the best Generation 1 move. Oh, you have fallen far. What if we mimic magnitude? What magnitude is that? I don't know what magnitude this is. This is one of the good magnitudes. This is not one of the bad magnitudes. We're gonna have to edit that in the software, figure out how that works better. What if we put in dig to see what a base 60 power move would do? That's with 2 bulk ups, with no bulk ups. 1 bulk up. Still 2-shot the torque hole. I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, in Generation 3 we cannot choose the move that we're gonna use on magnitude. We just get the last move that they used. So it would have to use magnitude against me, and then I would have to mimic it, and then it would have to not go for overheat. And then I have magnitude and I can use it. Which is like, so the goal is like, with that, you get another option to play around if you only want 1 bulk up. So if it magnitudes, then I mimic, and I have the option to sweep with magnitude after the 1 bulk up. But then we lose the ability to use swagger, because that's the slot I'd put it in. Because we want to keep headbutt to flinch the torque hole, and mock punch because we want mock punch for Norman. We cannot get Protect. Protect is available in Lily Cove City, so that's after the 5th gym. Does Protect Overheat still drop special attack? No, I think it needs to execute. Like, it needs to actually... Haha. It needs to actually, like, perform the move, and then it drops the special attack. If it misses, it doesn't drop the special attack either. Yeah, I think... Headbutt, swagger, bulk up, return. Oh, maybe we do have to drop the punch. That makes Norman worse. Norman's not that bad. Let's see what we need for him. Oh my gosh. Just can't one-hit the slacking. Okay. That's annoying. Oh, we get Sky Uppercut at 36. Like, we'd have Sky Uppercut for Norman if we level up to, like, 33 for Flannery. But everyone seems to be really against leveling up to 33 for Flannery. Like, I'm kind of in agreement. Like, emotionally, I want to be 33. It just feels like it's going to be a little bit better. But, like, when I think about it logically, it's like we're still going to need to do the same thing. We're probably going to need to get 2 bulk ups. Then we need to flinch the torque hole. Like, if we have to do that, it's going to be awful no matter what. Like, how many extra trainers do we have to fight to get to 33 before Flannery? Right? Like, we might have to, like, test both of them and do 2 runs. And see. 1 second. I want to see if I can do something. No, that's not going to work. Oh, wait, it might work. No, it won't. I can't speed up the emulator. Okay. No, I don't think 30 is in the discussion. Like 30 is not much better. I think it's 28 or I think it's 28 with 2 bulk ups or 33 with 1. And you flinch the Torkoal. Okay, so we have data from the first playthrough, right? We have data from the first playthrough of when I made it to Torkoal, right? Well, like 33 requires luck too, but we require less luck at 33. 28. It's just like, I'm just going to quickly go back and... I'm just going to quickly go back. Oh gosh, I heard sound there. This is the one I want. I'm going to see what time I got to Flannery for the first time. Because then we can run 33 in this next playthrough and see what the time difference is. Because I had no resets. Okay, I got to Flannery at 23 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay? So like to get 5 more levels, how long is it going to take? Is it going to take another like 4 minutes? I don't know. Like how many times did I reset here? How much time did I lose to resets? Like I beat Flannery. I defeated Flannery around 29:40. Like as long as we're under that, it's better performance in the second run. I think I definitely can get to 33 by that time. Like there was some other Sky Uppercut is level 36 as you can see here. I'm playing the run again. Sorry. Sky Uppercut is level 36. So we could like there's the potential to level to like 35 and Rare Candy wants to 36 to get Sky Uppercut, but I think that's like we're starting to get like now we lose a candy, so we're probably going to finish the game a little bit lower. We don't want to finish the game a little bit lower because we saw that level 65 is like basically required for Steven. Otherwise, the Metagross is not a one-hit. So we need to make sure that we're planning for that and not giving up too much in the early game. I think that Sky Uppercut for Flannery is going to be overtraining. I think 33 with 1 bulk up. Like the damage ranges here are like, they're decent. Because we one-shot, like we set up once. Even if it overheats me, I can still win. Right? This is 33. Even if it overheats me, I can still win. So, bulk up, overheat, return, 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 headbutt, flinch, return. It's like, that's that. There is a chance here, like, obviously, with the damage ranges, that I don't get the damage I need from return, but... That's if return's base power is like, it's like 83. It might get higher, right? I'm like, what hell am I using? Is it Silk Scarf? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. I am not okay with 75% on Metagross after the Skarmory. After the Skarmory, I wanna win. I don't want to lose and then have to do the Skarmory again. Because the Skarmory I might have to do like 5 to 10 times. It just might take a long time to get it correct. And I don't want to do that. So I think 65 at the end it is. Yeah, but return was 79 when I filmed this. See, it records the one that it was at when I filmed it, 79. So I put it up to 83 for the extra levels. But it might be like 85 or something, so then we have a little bit better chance. 86, a little bit better chance. How much time do those 2 extra... This is like 5 extra levels from what I was last time. Oh yeah, we should talk about Lily Cove City, you're right, with the Carbos there. I used 2 Carbos, and that was required for Drake, the outspeed on Drake. So I should do that again. I could do... But 1 more protein here is not going to affect the damage range on the Metagross significantly. You'd be surprised. It'll be like 2% better chance to KO with 1 more protein. It's just usually not worth it. If you think you're going to solve the problems with protein and it's just like 1 more protein or 2 more protein, like it's not going to be the case. You're gonna need to go like from like 6 carbos to like 6 protein or something. That'll change damage ranges significantly. Hey, you can grab the Soothe Bell in Slateport to boost friendship. Where is the Soothe Bell? I don't actually know where it is. I have no idea where this thing is. Slateport City. Pokemon Fan Club. Who gives it to me? Chairman, probably? Where is the Pokemon Fan Club? If Soothe Bell allows level 30 with 1 bulk up, that'd be super cool. What does it do? It doubles the amount of friendship that's earned every time? How much friendship is earned per level? I literally just searched friendship in Google, and it was like a bunch of definitions and pictures of people being happy with each other. Like, that's not what I want. I want Pokemon stuff. Come on. Show me, where is the graph? Here it is, or the chart. The chart, okay. Leveling up. Where is it? Where is leveling up? Using medicine. Using medicine! Oh, it's partner Pikachu. No. Oh my gosh, Pikachu. Stop being Pikachu stuff. Oh, this is Pikachu. I'm looking at only Pikachu. Sorry about that. I'm gonna move on. Generation 3 friendships. Friendship raising berries. Friendship raising berries. What are friendship raising berries? Are there any of those? Oh, it has to be used as a Pokeblock. Wait, from Pokemon Emerald, the Pomeg can be used from the bag on a Pokemon to increase the Pokemon's friendship. Plus 10 at friendship 0 to 99, plus 5 at friendship 100 to 199, and plus 1 or 2, depending on the game, at 200 to 255. And it lowers its HP EVs by 10 points. Okay. Plus 10 friendship is kind of ridiculous. Like, just using 1 or 2 of those is gonna, like, really dramatically change the range. Like, we'll get, like... It's gonna be hilarious if this is the play. Where do you get these? Acquisition, where is acquisition? Route 119. Not there. We cannot get them there. Route 120. Not there. Yeah, not there. Where's the first time we can get one of these berries? Where's the first time we can get one of these berries? We can't get the Pomeg berry. What about Qualit berry? I'm gonna look at all these, sorry. Route 123. They're all in the like big berry patch. Fondue berry. I bet that's the only place to get them. Route 119. No, that's the waterfall route. Help Sea berry? I'm gonna say all these wrong. I've never talked about them before. Route 115. Ooh, Route 115. Ooh! This is after Meteor Falls. Where do we get them in that? Though? In the soft soil patch, in the Grove Maze, up in the northern area. Requires surf. Okay, so we can't get them there. I think these are all walled off. No way to get that berry in this game. The map burial. Tomato berry. The worst name for a berry. Why call it a tomato? Yeah, we can't get these items. So I think to raise friendship, we're going to have to use Soothe Bell. Level up gives +5 or +3. It's not a fruit, it's not a vegetable, it's a berry. Yeah, exactly. Using a vitamin increases. Learning a TM creature increases. Walking increases. Using a battle item, I can't do that. We don't want to use these things. Or what are they called? Energy roots and stuff. They lower friendship. So leveling up and using a vitamin are like, okay, is a PP up considered a vitamin? It is. There's at least one PP up I can get to increase my friendship. Spam PPFs for no reason, exactly. I think there's only one though before Flannery. One PP up. One that I regularly pick up. Same place as Swagger. Okay, so we get... Yeah. We don't have to get Swagger if we level up though. I don't think we need Swagger if we're level 33. The question is, how much can we raise return using Soothe Bell? Like, does the Soothe Bell make return more powerful so that we can do one bulk up at level 30? Let's just see what we would need. Sorry, I'm sure this is extremely dry for you watching because it's just like there's nothing happening on screen right now. But let's go. Okay, we're going to go level 30. And then we're going to boost returns power and see at what point are we going to get, with one bulk up, are we going to get the 2 hit on the Torkoal? What about 90? Nope. Wait, no, I did that on the wrong Pokemon. About 93. Nope. Nah, we're not gonna get it. It's... yeah. We need to like max out return. But we're not gonna do that by 30. 85 and like... yeah. If you get poisoned, you can get a ton of friendship. How? I guess healing items friendship? They add friendship? I don't think that... no, healing does not increase friendship like it does later on. Wait, fainting in battle will not alter a Pokemon's friendship if it fainted from poison at the end of the turn. That's funny. I didn't know that. Unfortunately, we cannot heal. Yeah, I think all of this is not gonna work. Yeah, Steven does use items. He uses, full restores. Yeah, he has like 4 full restores, I think. You need to one-hit his Pokemon if you want to make sure they're gone. You really don't want to have to chip them down. Then he uses a full restore, then you have to do it again, then he uses another one. It's the most painful thing ever. I'm holding the scarf, yes. This damage calc is with the scarf. You can see it right there. Okay, I think we have... there are 3 choices, okay? 2 bulk ups at level 28. 2 bulk ups at level 28. 2 bulk ups at level 30. I think. If you want to be slightly safer because you take less damage from overheat and the takedown might not knock you out from the nummel. And then that's like the middle of the road approach, which I think is the worst. And then it's level 33 with 1 bulk up. I think that those are the options. I think 33 is quite safe, and I think 28 is quite risky. I don't think there is a groomer in Emerald. No, only in Fire Red. Yeah. Unless we're super underestimating the Soothe Bell, I don't think we are. From my experience with it, trying to use it a little bit in Platinum, it has not been giving me incredible results. It's just been kind of like, okay. Yeah. Okay, so I think that like the strategy is largely unchanged. I think that I want to try the higher level for Flannery to see how much time we lose. Because like we can just play another run and go for level 28 and get really excited when I clock in with a much faster time if I get good luck at Flannery. But I think it's actually going to be more informative for all of us if I play the more conservative strategy and see what happens at level 33. How much time does it take us to do the extra training early on into the game with a fluctuating growth rate Pokemon? And then what is the offset in terms of time between like the luck that I had last run and then the luck that I'll get this run with 33 against Flannery? That also, the higher level here may end up like impacting how things play out later into the game, which may make back the time, or it may end up having us finish the game at a slightly higher level. So those are all things that we can analyze and we'll have more data on if I do things this way. So I think that that's the advantage to doing it this way. Other than that, we're probably going to play everything else pretty much the same. I don't think there's any... Oh, I need to talk about Winona. Let's not forget her before I go on break. I'm going to take a small break after this, drink some water, turn on the air conditioning. It's so hot in here. And then I will be back to do the second playthrough. But first, we have to talk about Winona. For Winona, last time I set up once on the Swablu, which is risky because it has Perish Song. And then I got kind of like... I didn't play very concisely in this battle. Like, maybe... So we need 2 bulk ups to one-hit the Pelipper. It probably just makes the most sense to run Persimberry here and then set up turn 1 against the Pelipper. Do I one-hit the Swablu? I do. So we can just one-hit the Swablu, turn 1, bulk up on the Pelipper. Then if turn 2 it goes for Aerial Ace, we survive because we will have bulked up twice by that point. But if we haven't and it Supersonics, we cure the status condition. The only bad scenario is where it Supersonics turn 1, Supersonics turn 2, if we want to set up twice against it. But that gives us decent damage ranges from here. Then with Sky Uppercut, we can one-hit the... or almost like 90% chance to one-hit the Skarmory. Return then 76% chance on the Tropius and 41 on the Altaria. But we could just like go to the Tropius, then set up one more time if we have enough health. Because its Aerial Ace is not very good. Yeah, I'll probably grab the Soothe Bell and use it just so we can see what the impacts of it are too. There's some questions about Leech Seed. I don't think Leech Seed is going to help against Flannery, but I think it could help in other places. Like, maybe a small amount, but I don't think those battles it's going to make a difference. Like, Breloom has the options it needs. Then we're targeting level 55 for Tate and Liza. We'll have 13 rare candies, so I'll be level... Yeah. I saved some in this case. So we can just go from whatever level we are up to level 55, and then targeting level 65 for Steven. Everything else is fairly straightforward. White Herb for Drake, Cherry Berry for Glacia. Wallace was kind of annoying with Blizzard. I forget what I did. I just bulked up like 3 times. I think it was like I went into the battle and I returned first turn. And then he did like some bad stuff. He went for like Rain Dance and then missed a Blizzard or something. And I just won. Kind of unsatisfying, honestly. Numma won't use Overheat if it doesn't see a KO, I think. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's always gonna see a KO. What's its damage range? Yeah, 155% damage is the minimum damage range on Overheat. This is when I'm level 30 without Sunny Day. If I go to level 33, Overheat still one hits. So, it's just going to overheat. It's always going to overheat. We just have to assume it's going to one hit us with Overheat. The way we win is we flinch or it misses. Those are the win conditions. There's two of them. They're both kind of likely. So we got 10% chance for the Overheat, 30% chance for the flinch. It's pretty good. The Numma won't use Overheat if it does. Yeah, but it was already not seeing a KO before. So at level 28, Overheat does not one hit with Numma. So nothing changes. I guess like the idea is like use Leech Seed so that like we gain back health so it doesn't see an Overheat KO. But it's going to use Sunny Day, then it's going to see the Overheat KO and knock us out anyways. I don't think Leech Seed has any play here. And no, there are no Friendship Berries available until after Surf. So we cannot use them. After 2 takedowns it does. But it can just... Okay, but like... I think the thing that you're maybe... where we're like misunderstanding each other is that like... Yes, after 2 takedowns it does, but it always has the chance to use Overheat. Like sometimes it just goes for it. Like it doesn't just wait until it sees the KO range and then use Overheat. I'm at least like, I'm pretty sure that that's how it's working. Wait, did it... Does Substitute block the confusion and still get the boost from Swagger? I don't think so. Yeah, it can still just randomly roll Overheat. So like... I don't know if like giving it another turn to randomly roll Overheat is going to improve my damage range. I don't think so. Like my chance of winning. I don't think so. Because I have to take a turn to set up Leech Seed, so then that like counters out the benefit that we would gain from it having like a slightly lower chance to roll Overheat on one other turn. It's like kind of like a net neutral exchange. Here we're watching, this is the Flannery fight, where things got awful. Okay, I'm going to take a small break. I'll let this footage play out so you can all see what's happening against Flannery. I'm going to get some water, stuff like that. Eat a little snack, and then I'm going to come back, play another Breloom run with the level 33 strategy for Flannery, and we'll see how it goes. Should probably put like a text or something on the screen saying that I'm like, be right back. Let me just do that. Otherwise people will tune in and be like, is his microphone off? Like, no, it's not. I'll be right back. Okay. This high quality production, designing in real time. Oh, that's so ugly. Sorry, 1 second. We gotta... Does it matter? Probably not, but I want to make sure it looks at least a little bit better than that. Gotta get an outline color here. How do we do outline? What? Is there no option for that? Text transform? Outline, there we go. Perfect. Outlines on text always make it more readable when you got something else in the background. Still looks bad, just a second. Okay, it looks at least half decent now. I'll show you the work that I've done. Ta-da! I'll be right back, okay? Then we'll do another Breloom playthrough. Okay, I'm back. Let's do this. There might be some background noise, like some hissing sounds and stuff. I had to put on the air conditioning. I'm not going to be able to survive this stream without it, so it has to be on, unfortunately. Take that away. Okay, for follow-up attempts, I'm going to focus on playing more than on commentating, so if I'm not talking as much, apologies. I also read what you're saying in chat about the soothe bell not being able to pick it up because I won't have high enough friendship, so I will not try to get it. Okay, second attempt. Breloom. Yeah, I'm glad. I guess my my microphone's good enough at like not picking up too much background noise. I tried to pick one that was good at that. Okay, here we go. Breloom. This is my third time playing the game with it. Apparently, my channel is not actually about playing the game with every single species. It's about playing the game with every single species like 5 times. One is not good enough. We gotta do it multiple times. Caitlin, good to have you here. Also, you can pick up the potion from the PC in your room. It takes very little time in Emerald, but it's kind of messy, and if I don't absolutely need it, I'm not going to get it. Even though it takes like 1 second. Oh gosh. Just terrible pathing there. I haven't warmed up today, so apologies. I slept like 12 and a half hours last night. I don't know why, I recorded like 2 videos the day prior and then like 1 video yesterday. After recording all of those videos, I was so exhausted. I got like the droopy eyes where you're watching something and your eyes are just like shutting and you're waking yourself up with a little bit of adrenaline. That was at like 7:30, so I was like, I should go to bed. So I went to bed and then I woke up at like 8 this morning. 8:30 this morning. Oops. That is the tile I want to be on. To go straight back to the lab. There's no dialogue that you have to answer correctly here, so you can just spam B the second time you're in the lab. When you're in the lab the first time, you have to answer with A so that you can nickname your Pokemon. To give it one character nickname to prevent accumulation of time due to the name being printed multiple times throughout the rest of the playthrough. But, yeah. Okay, so I'm shooting for level 33. Oh, the miss on Calvin. I'm shooting for level 33. Since I have the fluctuating growth rate, I think doing training early on makes the most sense. It's just going to speed up every battle. Like, if Roxanne is a little bit faster because the nose pass is quicker, that's good. If I can speed everything up, so like, let's get compounding returns. Do the training early on. After all, these Pokemon are not a threat. Well, maybe the Tailo, it has Peck, but I should be fine. It's level like 3 or 5 or something, yeah. Just one-shot it, easy. I had those droopy eyes last night too. Yeah. Yeah, Churro was very concerned when I went to bed so early. He like came into the bed and then like sat down by my feet, and he was meowing a lot and like pawing at my face. Thank you, Joanna, for the €6. I'm really hoping that I can do well with Breloom this time. I have not told everyone, but Axukari Sora posted a Breloom result in my solo running Discord. 1 hour and 11 minutes. Absolutely ridiculous. Just so good. I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to do that. Like, that's far in excess of any of the best times I've got. So, if I was able to do something like that, I'd be very happy, but I don't think so. That's like a next year goal. Maybe I'll be that good this time next year. Nope. Just in case. I programmed my chess engine. That's awesome. That's fun. I gotta start playing chess with my dad again. We used to, when I was in university, my dad and I had like the chess app. I think it was called Chess Time back then. Probably chess.com now. But we would play chess with each other all the time. It was really fun. I'm pretty bad at chess. I did like chess club when I was in school because apparently my parents were like, this is a thing that kids should do. All right. Feel free to like put like emails and links and stuff in the chat. I don't have any like restrictions around that. Just if you post something that's not good, I'll just remove you. That's to get the white herb later. You have to talk to her. I'm probably gonna want to dodge this person with the grass types because I only have absorb left. Is okay, so we'll just dodge her consciously. We'll get the chesto berries, and then from here we've kind of got all the berries we're gonna need for the most of the game. So unless I get low, I'm gonna probably start skipping them. This is something, as I said before, that I'm trying to work on. Only picking up items that I need for the run. Like, we could get the quick claw, but like, we're not gonna get the quick claw, we don't need it. Hey Joel. Good to have you here. I think I can go straight up there and fight them one at a time. Probably start doing that. There is no level goal for Roxanne, I'm just fighting everyone. Because we want level 33 for Flannery. Flannery is the scary trainer, not Roxanne. Roxanne's easy. Yep. I put Stun Spore in slot 1 so I can just teach Bullet Seed in slot 1. Bullet Seed is better against the Geodudes because you're gonna one hit with a 2-hit, so it's easy. No, I do want to learn Mega Drain. That's kind of cool. We get Mega Drain before the Nose Pass comes in. I think Bullet Seed's better. We could crit or hit multiple times like that. Okay. It was kind of ridiculously good. It doesn't matter. We win now. He's done. Bye-bye. Simple. This is a repel. I'm going to fight people. Once again, training. We want to be using tackle as much as possible because it's physical. Breloom has quite bad special attack, especially with an adamant nature. Oh, the 4-move checkmate, yes. I remember learning that when I was like 4 years old. My dad teaching it to me. Good memories. Of course, he didn't just teach it to me, he beat me with it a bunch, and then he showed me how it worked. He's like, you can't do this, and I'm like, why? And it's like, because you'll lose if you never move a knight out or a pawn out. Okay. Alright, let's go. By the way, your repel runs out once you leave the cave and jump down the little ledge. So, I know that, so I don't need to use another repel until I get there. I'll show you where. Just over here? Yeah, that's the repel. It usually wears out here, but it was a little bit soon today because I did extra steps. Yeah, but the male trainer, if you choose the male trainer, then the team is harder for Rival 2. Also, the Torkoal is more difficult for some Pokemon. Also, you get healed there when the screen fades to black in the, like, president's office. So... yeah. Just remember that you don't have to, what's it called? Heal in the center. I used to do that all the time, a double heal. Didn't even know. And yeah, the gender does matter. There's less text, I believe, also, if you choose the female character. So you save time by choosing the female character. It's like a small amount, but you do save some time. Like these fights are like what? Like this was like maybe 5 seconds for this fight. So we gained some experience. I think we might as well. Now hopefully we don't get trolled by these HM people. Let's just catch these right away. This one's the scariest one with Breloom because it takes super effective damage from Peck. We'll just run away if it breaks out too many times and damages us too much. Oh, I will... okay, the effect spore is actually nice. Come on. I don't want to Great Ball it because the Meryl always breaks out. Oh, this is ridiculous. Okay, I'll have Great Ball once. Oh. Wow, that was really bad. No, there's a reason that people... like, I choose the female character in Emerald and Platinum because it's faster. Yes! Okay, the Meryl was cooperative. Yeah, that was perfect movement there, too. I used to really struggle getting Brawly, but I'm getting better at it. Still not amazing, but I'm getting better. Not Brawly. Briny. Oh my gosh, when I was a kid, I watched the Lord of the Rings movie with my parents. Like, the old one. The one that's, like, weird animation. It's like some weird composite animation. There's a YouTube video essay about it. It's very interesting. I recommend checking it out if you haven't already seen it. I watched that video, that movie, and I remember being so confused between Sauron and Saruman because they both like S names. And I'm like, these both sound the same. And my parents are like, no, they're different characters. I'm like, who are they? I don't know who they are. Why did he write it with the two evil characters having such similar names? Just choose a different letter to start the name with, please. That movie is so weird. Yeah, it's so weird. I'm gonna fight these people. They should be fine. They have confusion. Oh, the crit on confusion. Kind of ridiculous. I'll get it back from this guy. I'm glad that other people were confused by those names, because I've always felt silly, just like, they're kind of different. Like, when I reflect back on it now, I'm like, it's not that similar, but... yeah, the movie also does, it just ends, and then you're like, wait, what? Like, is that it? I remember going to the, like, okay, Blockbuster Video. I remember going to Blockbuster Video with my mom, like, the next couple days, because I wanted to check out the next movie, and then my mom was like, they haven't made one yet, and then they just never made another one. That was it. So frustrating. People need to finish projects. That's why I need to make videos faster, so that I actually finish these series. We don't just constantly reflect. Okay, well, Bullet Seed is not physical in this generation. Oh! If I had got one more hit, I would have knocked it out without the super potion. Ah, we got it this time. Okay. Alright. Probably better to Mega Drain this thing. Yep. See, the Makuhita, I said last time that it's kind of scary. It does a lot of damage, but just not enough to knock Breloom out. Alright, see you later, Caitlin. Ah! There will be 7 series at the same time at some point, but... but we just gotta, like, actually be making progress with each one of the series. That's the goal. It's like, it's okay to be doing a lot of series as long as each one of them is making regular progress. Like, let's say you're a viewer and you only like watching my yellow content, which is like, I know there are people out there that are like that. And that's totally fair. Like, if you only like watching my yellow content, then perfect. I should be able to get you a video every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. Right now it's about once every 5 weeks. Maybe 4 weeks in good cases. So I need to go faster. Okay, we got headbutt now. Headbutt also, like, training here and getting headbutt sooner actually improves my training speed because now I can fight Pokemon faster with a better normal type move. Oh! I hate that you have to talk to this guy. That guy, every time I would replay this game as a kid, I would always forget that you had to talk to that guy, and then I would get stuck for so long not knowing what to do. You don't want to make contact with the Carvanha if you can prevent it. Mega Drain allows me to do that. And then I can headbutt the Zubat and Mega Drain the Carvanha. And I got an Ether, so I want you to heal in the center. And I don't have a... what's it called? 3 points away from Soothe Bell. Oh, I am. Yeah, that's funny. Kind of unfortunate, actually, because I need to go north right now. This is like a go back and fight another guy. Because I'll level up. No, we gotta learn Mach Punch. Mach Punch in the place of Leech Seed. So next time I would fight that guy right away, of course. Thanks for drawing my attention to that. I would have missed it. I think this is the Poke Fan Club. This guy? I don't know who it is. Who is it? Yeah! Soothe Bell. Okay, so it's the person at the back. I'll remember that for the next time. Let's see how much we can increase our friendship using this. A bit annoying. I won't get to use, I won't get to cure paralysis on these, but maybe a one-shot now that I'm a higher level? Yeah, I do. So before these could paralyze me and waste a bunch of time. Also inventory time with Cherry Berry, but now that I've done the training, I don't have to worry about that. I can just fight them. So that's pretty good. I did consider for a while minimum training with Breloom and using Cut early on, but I think it's not the correct choice. Just doing this kind of thing is good enough. I'm not going to go over there and get the berries. I think it's a waste of time, but I am going to get the PP up. Because, like I said before, this is a vitamin, so it'll raise my friendship. Go. I'll use it next time I open the inventory. Hopefully I'll remember. This is Last Robin. She's terrifying for some Pokemon, but not for Breloom. Especially with levels. It's just so powerful. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Just crushing everything. So we get the Soothe Bell for about 6 levels. No. About 9 levels if we're going 33. About 6 if we're going 30. It's pretty good. We could also use this rare candy for another vitamin, but it's probably overkill. Oh. Alright. Bell. PP up on Headbutt. Sure. Yeah, this is playthrough 2. I didn't even teach Bulk Up yet. I should have done that for the Combuskin, but we just flinched it. It's fine. I'll probably teach... I think I'm going to teach it before Wattson. Oh, tuck to the sign. By the way, if you fight the rival directly in the middle, like I did there, like you fight him on the middle tile, Then if you walk straight up, you run into that guy, and you don't fight him, but if you press A, you fight him. That's an elixir also. There is a Pokeball in one of the... that Baron patch right up there, but I'm not going to get it, of course. That item there is useless. It's like an X speed or something. I'm not going to need it for a solo challenge, or most casual playthroughs, let's be real. Get the acro bike. Okay, last time I was in bad situation here, like my health was bad, so I wasn't able to fight the other trainer, the mandatory trainer on this route, which I think delayed me slightly. I wanted to avoid paralysis with using Mega Drain, but then it just barely didn't KO. Waste some time like that. It's okay, we fight this person next. Yep, okay. So I didn't get to do this training before. Yeah, X items are pretty bad. Alright, we're almost at the level that we were at for Flannery last time, so this is, like, the training is going quite quickly. I'm very surprised how fast this is, actually. This is faster than I was expecting. I was expecting to be, like, 27 minutes, 28 minutes fighting Flannery this time, but we're significantly ahead of that. This isn't going to KO, is it? Yeah. Well, we didn't get paralyzed. Counter is bad. Could fight the guy with the bugs, but I think I'm going to skip him today. Don't forget bulk up. I'm not gonna, don't worry. So if TMs increase friendship, then I want to get bulk up before I change my held item. We get rid of bullet seed. Trying to actually use my ethers and elixirs this time instead of just like going into battles without them. Then we'll switch for Cherry Berry. Death by 180. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm gonna headbutt this to knock it out right away so that it doesn't do anything bad to me. I'm gonna set up here. I think I only need 2 bulk ups this time. I think so. Maybe only 1, honestly. Yeah, no, 2 is right. 2 is right. My damage ranges are around 50%. 55 to 66 on the Manectric. So I think only 1 would not... I would survive on a sliver. Then he probably super potions and gets really annoying. We don't want to do that. Yeah, I've never mentioned that in the video, but like all the Pokemon in the electric gym are not electric types. Very strange. No, this doesn't matter. This is an HM user. Give the Soothe Bell back. I hate Effect Spore. I know it's my ability too, but like, it's awful. Why you buy so many Paralyze heals in this game? Yeah, I have considered beating the Wind Straits. The Wind Straits are actually kind of scary if you're not really prepared for them. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm fighting the people I'm fighting all of the trainers that you would run into if you were just trying to go too quickly. Like, I know I have, like, spinners disabled and stuff like that, but when I play the game, I like to play it in a way that would be as close to the vanilla game as possible, so I'm gonna fight the spinners because those are the people that I would more likely fight if I was coming through this area, and then later on I would get to choose which trainers I was fighting, because I would just run by these people and they would battle me. I think I'm out of repels, yep. Oh, we're doing really well. So I think we're past, like it was like 22:30 or something when I got to Flannery last time. Then why disable them at all? Because some Pokemon don't fight them. And they are technically optional. You'll have to go through my backlog of videos if you want to hear all the reasoning. I can't go through all of it right now, but essentially, I'm trying to get accurate rankings for all of the Pokemon, and random RNG, like from the overworld that isn't related to the Pokemon, skews the results significantly. I don't need to talk to this guy. I should have just avoided him. Small wasted time there. I should fight this person because she's always in the way, and you can dodge her, but like if you just fight her, then she's gone. You can run back in a more straight line. Yeah, you can control them with the bag glitch on 1x speed. You can control them on 4x speed too. It's just very hard. And like my job is, I'm a content creator, so I don't want to like have to go back and do something again because they got me once. This is kind of annoying, but doesn't matter. Oh, crit from self-destruct. Did a decent amount of damage too. I didn't know that guy gives me his phone number after. I should maybe not fight him in the future. We do want to like... maybe Lapaberry here. Yeah, the coughing guy gives good experience, I know. You do have to take his number though. The number is this thing that slows you down. Oops. Okay, maybe my estimate on time is going to be correct. I usually find 41 is the correct number to buy there. You have enough for the rest of the playthrough then. And you do need a repel here. You want the person berries. And person berries, remember, this is the best item in the game. Don't skip it. We get 2 vitamins. Carbos and protein. This guy's really annoying when you're coming back for Steven. You have to dodge him when you go backtrack through this area, so fighting him now is going to eliminate the need for that so that I can move quickly through this area. Even though he is a predictable spinner, so you can always skip him. Alright, that's it. No more optional training. Yeah, I'll vitamin when I open the menu next. Yeah, I need this. No, I don't. I don't? Also, that's why it's good to fight the... You can bump into the top, and you can get by her consistently if you fight her the first time through here. You just run by that person. I'll move that now. Yeah. I fought both of these people last time. Maybe we'll see the camper or something today? That'd be cool. Nope. Not today. I gotta find a way to line that up better in that little spot. I don't really have a good option for it right now. We're gonna get 33 for Maxie. Cool. Yeah, the optional battles that you avoid do save a lot of time. They do. I will have to release at some point my patch for the game so that other people can play and be on the same terms that I am, because I don't think it's fair if you're trying to compete with my results and you're playing with them where you can bump into them, because you'll lose time. I will eventually do that when everything's ready to go for the overlay for public release, but we're just not there yet. Let's just try this. We're a higher level. Aw. Alright. Maxie's pretty bad. Alright. Returns base power is 84. That's around what I estimated it to be last time. Oh, darn. Hey, our nemesis. See, now when I go by her again, I don't have to think about it. Ah! Spinda coming soon. It's already filmed. Check out my channel for fully produced videos where I do these runs and commentate them. If you're somehow here and you didn't already know that I do that. Beating all of the first five generations of main series games with every single species. What we do here. We get ridiculous. Camper. No. Darn. Scott, I love the content. How can I support it? You could subscribe here on YouTube and be a member, or you could go over to Patreon. Those are the two ways. Or you can just like the video, that always helps. And subscribing makes me feel better because I'm almost at 69,000 and I want to get to 69,000. Okay. Bye-bye, Soothbell. You've been helpful. Okay, please, Flannery, do not ruin me. We had to spend a lot of time to get this level. Sunny day. Okay, well that's bad. Critical hit! Nah! I don't know if I would have survived that. I don't think so. With the sunny day, I don't think so. Maybe? Oh! Oh my gosh! Yes! Okay, if I flinch, this is ridiculous. Come on, come on, come on. Give me the flinch. Give me the flinch. Nope. Stop sunny daying. Is that because I'm at a higher level? Okay, well it doesn't, it looks like it's not always knocking me out. I think I one hit this with headbutt, yeah. I do. Go. Ah, we got her. Don't even need a return for that, actually. Cool. I only do need one bulk up at 33, I forgot. Either way, 33 wins even if you do 2 bulk ups because you survive the hit. Kind of cool. No, I don't even do that. This. Less resets than last time, but I still think it's slower. Like, overall, I think I'm going slower. You can dodge everyone on this route. Ta-da! You can't dodge this guy. He's gonna get you. Oh, gosh. I came into this fight with, like, no health. It's okay. Oh yeah, truck now. Good point. Like, while I'm here, might as well get it. That's a max ether. Sometimes I think that's not useful, but... I want to heal as soon as possible so I'm not on like extremely low health. Let's go. For anyone thinking, should I get the magical leaf or miracle seed? No. No. Don't need it. Decisive. Look at that. Great. Goodbye. This thing was a little bit scary last time, I think. It did a lot of damage with double edge when it hit me. Oops. Oh. We're fine. I go this side now because it gives better experience than the other side. And there's no flying type. The flying type, the, what's it called? The swallow, you want to avoid at all costs. It's really terrifying if you're weak to it. Personberry. Then we set up. Then we sweep. Here we go. Having strength and needing rocks. Yeah, right? Hey, Psybeam, that's pretty good. It's gonna give me another turn to set up. Fun. I'm still gonna bulk up turn 1 against the slacking. If it uses counter and I don't KO, I'm gonna be so sad. Yeah. Done. Easy. 5th badge. That one's a defense boost, so you can see that in the bottom left. The only stat that isn't being boosted now are my special stats, so there's 2 of them. Stats. Plural. Oh my god. What am I doing? I always teach the Zigzagoon Surf because you can spam A, put it in the first spot, and then the Meryl just learns all the other ones, and you can just spam A through all of them as well. But if you teach Meryl 4 HM moves, then you have to actually like aim your cursor, which takes cognitive resources and time. On 1 time speed, this is much less of an issue, but on 4 times speed, you gotta plan for these things. Hey, we got by him. I just YOLO that one now. I don't even try to like predict it. Yeah, up here we go. Rare candy. I'm getting much better at running quickly in large areas in Emerald. Oh, I need to read that message. Your vids have been a part of my life and I'm grateful. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. It really brings me a lot of joy to know that I can do this and other people enjoy what I do. So, yeah, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm really blessed also with a small but incredibly like kind, patient, and like you guys are like this community is just amazing. I lucked out because like you could get like I'm sure like other people are more like I don't know business successful than me and stuff like that as a content creator. Like I know there's people like that, like it's obvious. But like some of those people will have like toxic communities and stuff, and I'm lucky I don't have that, so thank you. All of you are great. You ought to look out, yeah. I love that video. No, we want to learn Sky Uppercut. Put Sky Uppercut in the place of Headbutt. Then I have Mach Punch as well. Yeah, I like that more. You reap the culture you sow. That's in it. Yeah, okay. I will take that compliment rather than I'm just gonna take that compliment rather than trying to do the devil's what's it called? Oh my gosh, I can't remember what the term is. Devil's advocate? Is that what it is? Why does that sound wrong to me right now? It sounds wrong to me. Devil's advocate. I think that's what it is. I think that's the term. Yeah. Just in case. The Pelipper is the Pelipper, you know? We don't want him to do annoying stuff. He's probably gonna protect. Probably gonna get the bulk up in. And then win like this, but if he didn't, it could have been scary. Okay. Scott. This guy's name's Scott. He's really annoying. I wish he wasn't in the game. Waste my time. Hey, no static. No static there is really nice. Hidden power. Top option, bottom option. Pause before her, then walk. Then she spins and rotates so that you get by her. I don't know how to do it quickly on the way back though. I haven't mapped that out. Should have ran there. This should be enough, yep. Wish I could fly. Why don't you get fly after Flannery? They should give you fly after Flannery, come on. Did it. I'll have to plan her out better in the future. Ah, come on. This does save time because you can avoid double battles. And double battles feel unfair within my rule set, so I deposit the Pokemon. Like, whenever I can avoid them, I do. Skip these trainers. We're gonna save for this. Believe me. The Swellow here is fast. It is still 2 speed faster than I am, but I have Sky Uppercut this time, so... yeah, we're gonna be fine. Oh! I didn't expect the Xatu to survive. Interesting. I'm gonna do 1 bulk up here on the Doduo. Because the Doduo is pretty bad. Fury Attack effect Spore into sleep on the first one. That's awesome. I love that. Perfect. I think I'll 2-hit, yeah. We'll keep the Person Berry for this fight. How's my PP? My PP's looking good. Looking full. Okay. We're gonna set up on the Pelipper. We have the Person Berry just in case. Okay. Take 2 turns of this. Hey, Person Berry works out. That's why we had it. Sky Uppercut for the Skarmory. We don't miss, which is perfect. Now we could set up here one more time, which I'm going to do. I think I can take the Aerial Ace here, and then return, and we win. Got it. Easy. Are you American or Canadian? I'm Canadian. Ah! I should have withdrawn those in a different order. It would have been... if you withdraw the cast form first, you don't need to shuffle it in your party later. When you're doing the double battles. To avoid level up moves to save time. Tiny thing. I have to remember I need 2 Carbos in the department store to outspeed the Salamence at the end of the game. So at the beginning of the year, I said one of my goals for this year is to get better at Emerald, and I think I have really done it. Like, I think my play is so much better now, like 5-6 months into the year, than it was at the end of last year. At the end of last year, my play was not very good, but now it's dramatically improved. Of course, I'm going to keep trying to improve it from here, never stop, but it is better now. So I'm feeling like that goal is kind of satisfied. A max potion over here, which I'm not usually getting, but I've started to pick it up now because I think it is useful. All my moves make contact except bulk up, but obviously that doesn't matter. This is where you do the Austin. No. Yes, that is dynamic on my overlay. Does it ever matter? No, but only with evolutions it matters. Okay. I think Hail here is the fairest thing to do because it doesn't cut water type moves and it doesn't give the Whalmer a boost, things like that. Yeah, it affects Sport itself. That's cool. The Hail actually KO'd it. That's so funny. It does do chip damage every turn, but I think boosting their moves with Rain Dance feels a little bit off, and it also feels a little bit off to use Sunny Day. Cut their damage. In the end, this battle is irrelevant. Alright, Archie. Finish up this area, grab the rare candy, then proceed. Hey Ike, are you still there? Check this out. Nugget. Let's go. Gain access to the department store. This thing doesn't actually have a flying type move. Makes it pretty bad. I'm just going to attack it. Yeah, see, it's using protect now, but like sometimes it doesn't, so I think it's just better to attack. Avoid the wing attack. Level 41. So we're a higher level here after the Flannery training, but not significantly so, which is... that makes sense. That's what we would expect. Sell. 2 zinc. 3 nuggets. Oh. Your power. Steel wing. Enough. Buy. 5 protein. 2 carbos. We get 1 more vitamin this time because we fought more trainers, so we have more money. Slightly better damage ranges there. Fun. Repel when you get inside of here. It's something I always forget to do until I run into one Pokemon. Not always, apparently. I did it today. Yay. Let's go. Let's go. I'm pretty hyped. This run is really fun. Breloom is awesome. I'm really glad that I'm coming back and getting the chance to redo these Pokemon, because this one felt awful the first time I did it. I knew it was good, and then I got to Steven, and he just, like, destroyed me so many times. It really impacted my perspective of this Pokemon. Sceptile was my first experience with grass types against Steven, and ever since then, they have not felt very good to me. And Ludicolo was like, it was better when I redid it, but still not amazing. I can probably skip this. It's not really relevant. We have enough PP with everything else, but the PP Max is the coolest item in the game. Come on. There's a double battle here you have to be careful to skip. If you bump into this left-hand wall, I'll show you right here, then you'll talk to the guy instead of getting into the double battle. But if you move up on the right-hand side and then turn left, you might run into the double battle. Tabitha? Then we hope Maxie doesn't... oh. We hope Maxie doesn't get lucky. It is possible to lose against him, I think, with Breloom. So to prevent that, we want to just make sure we have the person berry, and that'll give us the best possible chance because it's the best item in the game, like I said before. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go for one bulk up. Hope it's not scary face. Swagger, please. Ah, he didn't swagger. We have 45 speed though, with which is hilarious. Means we have one more or two more speed than the camera upped. So as long as we don't die to the wing attack, we're good. We're good. There is an escape rope over here, but you don't really need it if you buy the escape ropes earlier on into the game. Blade port. May and Breloom have matching hats? Oh my gosh, yeah. That's true. So cute. Coming down here is good once you get fly, because you can dodge all the trainers here and then get the rare candy. It doesn't actually take that long, like maybe 15 seconds. And we can go back to Lily Cove City and heal. Swagger, I mean Swords Dance, that's right. Get rest now. There's a PP up and stuff over here that I'm just gonna skip today. Wait till he goes by, then move. That scared me a little bit. I thought I might run into her because the repel ran out on the tile where she was next to me. Okay, this is Team Aqua Matt, the coolest trainer in the game. Well, if I get by these people successfully. You can skip most of the trainers in here. I might use more candies for Tate and Liza. Because we're in a... we're... 2 levels ahead of where we were last time. Splits... Yeah, we're saving the splits data, but we don't have the... I don't have the visual stuff finished so that we can display it on screen. Critting on wing attack there would have been devastating. Also, the Mighty Anna has no attacking moves. It's really funny. If you line up there on the left-hand side of that little ramp, then you get through the door. What's my health at? I'm gonna use that before the Gyarados. Maybe I'll spend some time this weekend working on the splits for Emerald so that for the next video we can use them. There's a little bit, the design is a little bit harder because we have less horizontal space to work with. There's a lot of horizontal space on the side panels in Generation 1 and 2, and even more in Generation 4, due to the aspect ratios that make the most sense to use for these videos. Come on. What happens if I bump into that? What do I bump into that? Okay, cool. You want an escape rope here. You don't want to have to walk out. You want to just grab that and then escape rope out. Alright. Now we'll get the Pacific Log waypoint and these 2 rare candies. Aww. I'm gonna save here again. Last time I went badly. My software does a special thing with Shoal Cave. So what it does with Shoal Cave is it sets it to high tide, and then when I exit the cave, it toggles the flag. So if I went back in, it would be the opposite. And then if I went out and went back in again, it would be the opposite again. We don't want to fight these people. Oh, stop it. Repel messing me up. This guy is awful. Yeah, okay, well. He has decent experience, so it's okay if you bump into him. I'll go to 45 probably, and then Candy. I don't think I'll make 46. Okay, let's get the Candy. Please not this guy, thank you. Okay. That gets the Pacific Log waypoint for the plot line later, and then we are going to deposit Pokemon and face Tate and Liza. Heal after depositing so that the animation is shorter. Walk straight forward, bump into the wall, then walk left. You fight this guy. Next battle, I'll switch Mach Punch into first spot and then replace it with Hidden Power Ghost. Did it endure? Like, what was that? Why did it live? Oh, I Mach Punched. I thought it was returning. Mind Reader is useless. Chuck knows that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No thanks, Dynamic Punch. Only when we're using Machamp No Guard coming up this Saturday in Platinum. It's gonna be fun. Stay tuned for that. My shiny Machamp. Chuck has left the chat, yeah. He might be... Is he the only trainer in the series that can use Mind Reader and then miss on the next turn? I think he might be. How does this work? Yeah. See, you can skip... There's one trainer in here that you have to fight. This person with the Natu, but you can skip the others. I normally don't for experience because I like to rare candy after those fights, but in this case with the fluctuating growth rate, I would have just been mid-level and then wasted some experience, so I think it makes more sense this way. Personberry in case the... no, Chestoberry in case I get Hypnosis. I'm going to target the Xatu first. I'd much rather get hit by Earthquake over and over again. This is why you don't want the Zigzagoon in these battles. It's so annoying. Just constantly levels up. There we go. I guess it actually doesn't matter the held item. I can just do no held item for this fight. Because you're just going to one-hit everything. And the Claydol can't do enough. It's just like, I don't know, for whatever reason it's like locked into Earthquake. It just loves using it. It's very weird. I think their AI might prioritize it because they have Levitate, so it's like, oh, just use Earthquake. And it's like, no, you're going to do more damage with the other thing. Like, I have to remember to get my HM users back. Scott, I'm 28 now. I was playing Pokemon when I was 5. Aww. With my older brother, and he's just crazy to see how simplistic these games really are compared to how they seemed as a child. Yeah. Sometimes they're simplistic, but then also sometimes they're complicated. There's like a lot of weird, complicated stuff going on at the same time. They're definitely not complicated in the ways we thought they were complicated when we were younger. Alright, focus. Once he moves back, then you can stop talking and give the item that you want. I want a Personberry for this fight. I also want to heal. If I have a healing item, and I do, because I took the max potion and the yeah, it's a hyper potion, right? Yeah, hyper potion. Okay, here we go. I think one bulk up here to counter the intimidate. And then we're going to target Maxie's team. Thanks for the reflect. That's helpful against the Crobat. Huh. Okay. We win. Once the Crobat's gone, this fight's simple. Thanks, Matang. It's actually doing stuff. By the way, they send their next Pokemon in before the next turn, so that means you get to attack it. If you already have a move queued. Let's go. Get my HM users back. Heal first, though. Less animation time. You don't need to withdraw the cast form, that's a mistake. You can leave it there, unless you want Flash for the elite, what's it called, Victory Road, but I don't need it anymore. Flashless Victory Road is not actually that hard in Generation 3. Flashless stuff in Generation 2 is quite hard. Much more difficult than this. Still not that, like, in the grand scheme of, like, in the grand scope of, like, everything that you can do as a human being, it's not hard, but significantly harder than this, at least. And significantly harder than Gen 1. Okay. Go up. Making good time. Pretty good time here. We can't get Earthquake, so we're just gonna skip it when we get to the next place. Oh, gotta be careful. We messed this one up in the previous... No! That rarely happens. That... I usually get the other one. The one on the side by pathing over to the wall. Ah. Okay, I still have a Person Berry. I should be fine for this fight. We'll save just in case. Okay. I'll bulk up once. Yeah, he likes his scary faces here. Oh, I thought he was going to swagger and then I'd get it. Well, I still have the Person Berry then for the Crobat, which is helpful because sometimes it likes to confuse, right? Well, alright. Archie's bad. He's really not that good. Yeah, if you're going to make it optional, why even bother with the mechanic? That's interesting. That's, yeah. I kind of like the idea, though, that, like... I like the idea of giving the player tools. Tools that are not necessarily required. Excuse me. I like the idea of giving the player tools that aren't necessarily required, but it makes the journey easier to have the tools. The feeling then is that if you go out of your way and grab extra stuff, your journey becomes easier, but you can still do it if you just want to, like, go as fast as possible, skip all the things. I feel like there's more player agency in that, which leads to a more satisfying overall experience, rather than just being, like, forced into a bunch of stuff, which is how the new Pokemon games feel. Then it doesn't feel like a choice to use Flash, it just feels like, yeah, I have to do this thing. I like the idea of, like, having a choice of using Flash. I wish they'd actually apply that to other HMs. Like, you can surf across this little, like, narrow piece of water and get to the next city, or you can go, like, the long way around on ground and fight a bunch of trainers. Like, that would be really interesting. Like, what if in Kanto Cycling Road was water and you could just surf down it really quickly, or you have to go the long way around if you don't get surf? But, like, obviously that doesn't work because surf comes after that, but I think you get my point. Let's go. Ah! The door defeated me. There are wild Pokemon in here, you have to be careful of that. Oops. Gotta be careful there, be accurate. Okay. Cool animation, all done. Now we're gonna fight Juan. Juan. One of the easiest battles in the game. For any Pokemon. This guy is so bad. I think of all the trainers, he is the most like Bruno in Generation, or in Emerald. Yeah, as long as you have a Person Berry, it's kind of free. I don't know what my health is at, but I should be fine. I think I only need one bulk up. Yep. Bye-bye. Now we get Brick Break. And if you're wondering why I didn't use Sky Uppercut more, it's just like the accuracy. I just don't want to miss. When the other move will do just enough anyways. We'll heal here and then we're off. I don't know. I think Glacia's okay. Glacia's something like try like a what's it called? Wailord. Glacia's kind of bad with Wailord. Because you can't do much damage to her unless you teach Rollout. And Rollout sort of sucks. At least in my opinion. I don't like that move. Anytime someone's like, Rollout's the answer, like, yeah, but like, it's so annoying to use. It's so like inconsistent. If it runs out at the wrong time, then you don't have good power for the Pokemon you need. It's like one of the my least favorite moves that's actually good. Not a Rollout fan, sorry. Alright, Wally. Wally. Ah! I can't say anything about Camerupt, unfortunately. I have recorded that one already. Claydol person. Got it. Oops. What's my opinion on Outrage? Like again, Outrage is not very good, but like, if you're a dragon type, like, I guess you have to use it for certain things. I don't like moves like that that lock you in and you can't predict what's like, you can't like determine where they're going to end and what the result of the end of the move is going to be. It's like Petal Dance and Thrash. Also not a huge fan of those moves. Stop. This thing. It's so annoying. Can't believe it. It survived that. Fine. Yeah, you need a stack of Person Berries when using those moves, yeah. The only way. But we always got a stack of person berries. They're the best berries. Come on. All right, Sydney, here we go. Let's just brick break 5 times, right? 1. Let's count them. 2. 3. 4. And here's the final one. 5. We did it. No problems. Easy battle. Baby. I'm saving because I'm tired and I could make a mistake, like clicking the wrong move and then losing to curse or something like that. Also, the Sableye does survive, so it's annoying. It can set up double team, and then you can miss and just like things get frustrating. I don't want that to happen. She's gonna heal it. See, this is the smart play. You bulk up again, then you one-shot. Cherry berry here, just in case we get extremely unlucky and it chooses body slam first turn. I don't even know if that's possible. It almost always goes for hail and then you just win. I know the Dusclops though always goes for protect in the previous battle, but I'm not sure about this one. The Shelgon definitely doesn't always go for protect. It sometimes goes for Rock Tomb, sometimes goes for protect. So the white herb there will fix that. Also, my speed is higher, so we can probably cut those Carbos from the rooting if we went back and did this again, just because extra levels at Flannery solves that problem. That's kind of a fun secondary effect that we're learning now this far into the run. Okay, give the white herb. Heal up. We have enough return power points, so we should be good. Let's go. Hopefully we get a turn 1 protect. That would be great. Turn 1 protect would be perfect. Come on, protect. Yes. Turn 2 protect. This is really good. Hey, it has not rock tombed me yet. Alright, let's take that. I think that should be enough. If I don't want to hit the Salamence. Okay, we're good. I'm like, maybe Flamethrower can KO me. It does, yeah, 60 to 71% damage. I don't remember what I used here. I think Citrus Berry. I think I teach Rest for this fight too. Because the Wailord was annoying. Hidden Power. Yeah, Hidden Power goes. I'm gonna Chesto Berry instead. Chesto Berry makes more sense. No, Rock Tomb they consider a speed control move, so they're using it based on speed, not based on other things. Oh, that's annoying. Oh. Gonna die now. Oh no, maybe not. Yep, gonna die. Did I just bulk up and one-hit it and then set up somewhere else? I don't think so. Bulk up Rain Dance? Maybe that's the way to do it. Okay, I have a different way to play this fight. He's gonna Ludicolo next, right? No, this? Does he Ludicolo last? No, you Gyarados is last, right? Yeah. This thing's bad. It's nice for the Ludicolo to be a break in the fight. Oh my god. We did it! Not as good as Axu's time. I'm curious where I could be better. Like, I'm not really sure that I'm dropping significant time in any places, so maybe it's just Like base execution, a little bit tighter with everything. He's not streaming, I don't know. Went for a tract on walls. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's probably the better strat. Alright, we're almost there. Oh. Yeah, Axu Karisara. He's in the chat right now. Let's go. Okay, hopefully Steven doesn't give us a terrible time. Didn't run into that guy this time. Success! Alright, get ready to fall in love, Skarmory. We need you to never attack your lover, Breloom. Come on. This is a love story. What? What? Did I forget the waterfall candy? I forgot the waterfall candy, that's what I did. Oh, that's really disappointing. No, it's not a tract, it's the candies. I'm only going to be level 64, which is not enough. I need level 65. Oh, it's disappointing. Come on. There we go. We don't turn. Correct. Immobilized. Good. Immobilized. Good. Aerial Ace. Bad. I didn't go for substitute, so we don't get to see what that happens. Rest is not chosen over substitute. Rest is just defaulted to over substitute because I didn't think about it. I'd have to go back and get substitute later, and I don't want to go back. Hey, it can still spikes. That's funny. Oh my gosh, we're gonna win this time. Yeah. That's that. Tract is pretty good. Kind of annoying how much damage I do to the clay doll. Would be nice if he didn't use his potions or restores on it. Would be faster. How many is he gonna use? Is he gonna use all of them? Yeah. Get crushed. Yeah, it's 50% chance to immobilize. Okay, 1 hour 18 minutes 39 seconds with 4 resets at level 65. Not bad. I'm gonna check the game time as was reported by the auto splitter so that we get something accurate rather than opening the menu. The menu is like fine, but the menu is not accurate because if you're at a high number of seconds and you open the menu, it might tick over in terms of minutes before you you actually get to see it from when the fight ended. So bring that up. Four hours and 59 minutes game time. Cool. Tier list. Decent, you know, like decent. So we went from... We shaved off more than an hour of time from my first run, which is... That's a lot. More than an hour. Like, that shows how much I've improved in the last, like, year and a half as a player. Like, it's so much better. This was disastrously bad. 40 resets. Tenfold improvement on resets, so feeling pretty good about that. Oh, just look away for a moment if you don't want to know what videos might be coming up next in the near future. Okay, so in terms of this tier list, we now have another S tier finish. Mewtwo got a time of 1 hour 22 minutes and 10 seconds. Xcloud got a time of 1 hour 18 minutes and 3 seconds. So right now, what's his name? Breloom gets a spot right between them. I think I might be... No, I can't. I can't insert metrics in this view. But Breloom gets the 4th place overall in the tier list. That said, we are definitely going to have to change the layout of this tier list, this graphic. So right now, I thought that anything under an hour and 25 minutes is kind of ridiculously good. Like, that's the time Mewtwo got, so that should be the top ranking. That shouldn't be the top ranking. I need to make something that's under an hour and 10 minutes, because that will happen eventually, and then I need to make something that's under an hour and 15, and then under an hour and 20. So we're going to get major redistribution of the top portion of the tiers and try and compress everything at the lower section of the tiers for now, just to make results really stand out when you have a Pokemon like Medicham. Like Medicham, 1 hour 11 minutes and 56 seconds. This is my best result that I've got in Emerald so far. It's a really good result. And then Absol is also good, but like it's not in the same tier as Medicham. Like it's a good Pokemon, but Medicham is just so much better. Yeah. Okay, thanks for watching. On my channel this weekend, we're going to do Shiny Machamp in Pokemon Platinum, and then on Sunday there's going to be a second video. 2 videos this weekend. So, on Sunday we're going to do, for Father's Day, Mr. Mime in Pokemon Crystal. If you think the Crystal version is boring, please watch this video. If you never watch my other Crystal version content, because you're like, Return and Curse, it's just Return and Curse, watch Mr. Mime. Please watch Mr. Mime. Believe me, one of the most interesting Generation 2 runs I've ever done. Yeah, it's great. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. I wish I could do another one. I just don't have the energy today. So, next week... What am I doing next week? I think next week we're doing Jirachi or something. Yeah, next week is Jirachi. So, come back for Jirachi. Hopefully I will have hit 69,000 subs by that point. And then... I can make a wish and get lucky. Alright. If you made it this far, you're incredible. See you next time.